Thanks everybody for hanging around. If the volume is not good, please let me know. Also, I need to update. One moment. I'm excited. Thanks so much for being here. I was listening to this as I was getting the stream set up. Great menu music already. Well done. Yeah, anyone, let me get the link. Where was that? Here we go. All right, so today we are checking out a game from the Spooktober Visual Novel Jam, Exposure Appalachia, which you can find here. If you like what you see today, definitely go check this link out. You can get the game for free, but there's a suggested donation. I think $2 is what it was, if you like what you see. So I encourage that. But yeah, is the volume? Hey, Silent Shelf, what's going on? The Coelacanth game. Yeah, we're here in Coelacanth as we speak. Learning banjo for this soundtrack was a fun experience. Yeah, it sounds great. Is how's the volume? Is it okay? Because we're just coming in from the book club. So if anything needs to change, please let me know. But if all is well, we're gonna jump right in. Oh, wait, I need to change my chat window, right? That's broken, because it was on the other scene. One moment. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it's good. The volume level should hopefully be level throughout as I exported at -14 LUFS. Okay. If it needs to change, just let me know at any time. But that's it. Let's jump in. Appalachian Trail. It is a dream of all experienced hikers to conquer the pinnacle of all wilderness treks, the vast expanse of the Appalachian Trail. Anyone ever been on it? I hiked a portion of it years ago, but I guess a couple times I've been in it, like on and off it. Roughly over 2,000 miles long, the jagged scar cuts through 14 different states. Despite the allure of its views and the millions of hikers that visit the trail each year, only a handful of participants manage the true achievement of seeing one end to the other, the through hike. The goal that separates the greenhorns from the veterans. These horns are very green. A goal you are most definitely not attempting to achieve today. Oh, you love hiking, sure. You've dabbled across the East Coast from Old Rag. Old Rag is a great hike. To Acadia, to even the White Mountains up north. Anyone been up Old Rag? That's a very fun hike. Lots of bouldering. Excursions were squeezed into school breaks as if a few days of fresh air could purge the toxins of city life. Heck, you could even be considered an advanced hiker, given some of the harsh scrambles and steep mountain climbs you've undertaken. But a perfectionist streak means that you don't start things you can't finish. So while you're old hat at camping for days at a time, you never quite found the courage to take such a long trip. Maybe this hike will give you the push you need. This one is special after all. It's not every year you finally finish off your degree. It felt only natural to commemorate the occasion with a hike. It was the activity that kept you sane through months of exams and projects and stress. And you've been excited for this particular trip for months now. A stretch of the Smoky Mountains, starting out at the south entrance of the national park. The entrance is a little difficult to find, since the trail entrance is in a remote area of the mountains, but after about half an hour of wandering on back roads, you find the parking lot. You take a moment to wonder what kind of creatures you're going to encounter on your trek. You've never seen a real bear up close and personal before. Of course, you're not an idiot, so you've taken the necessary precautions. Black bears aren't inherently aggressive, so the bear horn you bought at your local hiking store should scare off any curious critter that gets too close. Seal Camp, this music is so fucking good. I want to get out on the trail. Well done. The entrance itself is just a signpost in front of a dirt path leading deeper into the woods. It's not too distracting. It is like the perfect place setting. Same with the menu music. Like it just really immediately communicated like the atmosphere and like especially with what we're reading here, like the text, it's just like giving you a sense of like joy and adventure and love of the outdoors. Like it's upbeat. It's great. It's very catchy and just, yeah, well done. The trail itself is marked with blazes, swatches of paint on the trees, you might say. Follow your color and you're on the right trail. Your color is a light paisley blue that stands out against the bark. It shouldn't be too difficult to follow. Being so close to the trail entrance, this area is fairly safe. The paths are clearly visible, even if the greenery is a little wild. It looks exactly how you imagined it. Picture perfect, even. The camera itself was a gift, in anticipation of your post-graduation plans. You've got to admit, it's a great way to merge your hobbies. You heft the camera, testing the weight in your hands, before lifting it up and experimentally snapping a picture of your surroundings. You take a moment to assess the photo. It's cute. You're definitely no Picasso, but you could see it hanging from a Polaroid. Oh. In your pictures, you've always gravitated towards the raw, untamed nature of the wilderness. Unlike the rigid suburbia you're accustomed to, the mountains have no rhyme or reason to the way things are. They merely exist. The good and the ugly, in tandem. That's the rawness you've always sought after in your craft. The jagged edges, the dark shadows, the strange and unknown, untainted by humanity. Yet you never quite found what you were looking for. Well, I bet it'd be hella difficult to find a part of the world that hasn't been tainted by humanity already. With a shrug, you slip your camera back into your pocket, keeping an eye out for any further photo ops. The trailhead is marked with an official bulletin board, one covered in colorful posters and advertisements. There are also missing posters. Some of them are yellowed with age, the lettering barely legible. The pictures are faded and weathered, a sea of inky grimaces staring back at you. Behave yourself. No smoking or fires. You will die. Creepy. It's a bummer to think about the fact that other people haven't been so fortunate on these trails, that others walked these paths, stood right where you're standing, and never made it home. You scan the faces, predictably recognizing none of them. They come from all walks of life, all different decades. If the yellowed paper and the blurry images are anything to go by, connected only by the fact that they were immortalized by this memorial. You're about to turn away and keep walking when one of the names catches your eye. That's me! June! June friend. June friend? Actually, okay. Your name, spelled exactly the same? That's a funny coincidence. Only the longer you stare at it, the more features you can make out in the photo. They're distinctly masculine. It can't be. The coincidence is less funny to you now. You take a step forward, reaching your hand up as if to rip the page from this place. But when you do, you realize the name isn't yours at all, just another person you don't recognize. You rub at your eyes and take another look, but nothing changes. Must have been a trick of the light. You don't sound especially sure of yourself. I like the turn that your music just took. The same kind of like little banjo strum in there, or like picking. Now like slightly recontextualized. A little haunting. I like the way that note kind of like hangs off, sort of like, what's the word I'm looking for? B banjo, look out. Hey PM, what's going on? Like not resolved, kind of like this unresolved hanging note there. A lot of these songs have motifs from previous songs. Yeah, I think that's great. Like we're getting a sense of like something's amiss, but I'm still excited to be hiking, but a little unsettled. You shake away the lingering nerves, stepping away from the board. You hadn't realized how many people have gotten lost on this trail. Just good. Yeah, good. Is it really that unsafe? No, it's going to be okay. These trails are well maintained and frequented by park rangers. These missing persons cases are just freak accidents. Bad luck. It's not too late to turn back and try a safer trail. Okay, well in that case, keep going. I spent far too much time planning this trip to get spooked now. Missing schmishing. I've got my map. You briefly wonder if you should take a picture of the missing board, but it doesn't feel right, so you ignore the impulse and press onward. It's far too late for those people anyway. You walk for another few hours, taking pictures where you can. Back to the upbeat, banjo picking, out on the trail. All is well. You don't see very many animals, just a few birds you can only vaguely recognize by call alone. Soon enough, the jitters caused by that creepy board melt away. There's nothing quite like walking through the woods. Your worldly problems feel small and distant in comparison. You get lost under the thick canopy of branches, bathing in the scant rays of sunlight. The shade is a balm that caresses you, enveloping you in its embrace. You've only been walking for a few hours, and you already feel lighter. There's an iPod feature, by the way. Oh yeah, I should pay attention to the menu here. I missed that. Look at that. Oh, I see. Yeah, got it. Is this right for being out on the trail? Oh yeah, this is a coelacanth jam. This is a coelacanth jam if I ever heard one. Hell yeah. Okay, yeah. That's coming back. Don't sneeze on my Denny's menu. I love the please in parentheses. I want to listen to all these in full, but I want to keep playing. But, well done, man. I gotta hear this, though. Please. Please. Don't sneeze on my Denny's menu. It was a long month of composing. Yeah. I mean, you were in and out of my streams, like, mentioning that you're working hard, and well done. Seriously. These are great. This is amazing output for such a truncated timeline. Killing it, man, as usual. You reach the campsite by sundown, going through the motions of setting up your tent, cooking some food, and taking pictures of the sunset and the scenery. By the time you fall asleep to the sound of crickets and shifting trees, you've almost forgotten about the missing poster board entirely. Almost. You rise with the dawn and waste no time packing your belongings and setting back out on the trail. You want to savor as much daylight as you can before you reach your next destination, a site deeper in the woods for more experienced campers. The wind surges stronger, bringing with it a touch of humidity that clings to your skin and sinks underneath your clothes. Fortunately, the shade makes it bearable. You strip yourself of a layer or two to stave away the sweat. The trek is largely uneventful, which is what you'd hope for. The grounds are still well packed with dirt, if not worn at the edges, and every 10 minutes or so, you see one of those blue markers, so the lack of crowds is more of a mild curiosity than a pressing concern. You're not sure how long you've been walking at this point, but you're certain it's been at least an hour since you last exchanged words with another hiker. That is until the Lookout B banjo returns. The only indicator that time has passed at all is the building heat in the air and the faint brightness of the sun filtering between the trees. Progress is marked by the path growing rougher and narrowing around you. It's clear that this space isn't as properly maintained as the trail so close to the trailhead. Dirt and debris blur at the edges like someone smeared them with a paintbrush. Gnarled roots protrude from the ground and catch at your laces. We're mostly talking about the music because Coelacanth is hanging out, but I really like this writing so far. It's very descriptive, very evocative. I like the dirt and debris blurred at the edges like someone smeared them with a paintbrush. Good stuff. The UI is good, very navigable. Is it Devadio? 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 Do you know? The earth smells like upturned earth and petrichor. Yeah? Sorry, which one? Long A? Adio? First one? What did I say first? Adio? You can't shake the feeling that something is ancient here. That despite the fact that this path has clearly been trodden, that these lands have remained untouched for far longer than you've been alive. Devadio, thank you. I'll have to check out... Do they have other stuff on itch? Because I should have checked that. I still have it pulled up here. I think they have for a few, yeah. They wrote for Toil 2, that other game I did music for. Oh, really? Okay. Toil. Is that, where is that available? Is this it? Oh, maybe not this one. Is it a first-person shooter roguelike-esque game? There's a couple different Toils. A game about a person whose brother was taken. It's a visual novel. I'll get a link for... Yeah, okay, thank you. The path itself has even thinned, becoming less of a clear trail and more of a well-trodden game trail. Markers. You just gotta keep following the markers and everything will be fine. Speaking of which, when was the last time you saw a marker? Your trek slows to a halt. You scan the trees, searching for a streak of blue. You find none. Okay. This is concerning, but not a problem. You have options. Survival instinct tells you to stay put and wait until someone else comes along. But you're not quite lost. Not yet. Okay. I will check this one out too. Thank you. Cool. We gotta press on. I'm feeling adventurous today. I'm not going to lay around here like a sitting duck until something happens. That settles it. You'll proceed a little further, and if you can't find another marker, you'll double back and find the trail again. Tutorial is 10 minutes long. It was, for the one of any acid jam. Oh, okay, cool. Is it spooky? If not, maybe we'll do it on a different day. I want to do, but another day where we check out Rootbound Creative's new demo, and I'd like to check out McTeddy Games' new game as well. Like do another indie roundup for like community members who have done some work recently. It's in Purgatory, so kind of. Okay. Should we fit it in today? Let me see when we finish this up, and maybe we'll jump into that one too. And if not, we'll save it for the next indie game roundup. Just to double check, you unfurl your map and start tracing your path. You planned your route out beforehand and marked it in Sharpie. It should just be a straight shot. The path shows no splits in the road. Moreover, you don't remember encountering anything of the sort. There's no way you could have gotten off trail with no warning, and so quickly at that. That's right, I've got to be going in the right direction. Maybe it's just a poorly marked area. Having rationalized the oddity, there's nothing else to do but continue on and hope that you find something that sets this wrong to right. Still, you find yourself wishing for someone else to pass by, if only to affirm you're going the right way. But no such relief comes. It's only you in the silence, punctuated by the occasional snapping twig and bird song. Did you do the sound effects as well, or just the music? Just the music? I was just curious if you were doing some Foley work or something. The lack of sound unnerves you. Back at home, you're used to the ambient noises of the city. The hum of cars and electric grids and the distant sounds and lights of the city. Even when you normally venture through the woods, you're used to the chatter of animals, the crunch of leaves. In its absence, the forest feels empty. This sounds like a job for my MP3 player. You'd waffled over bringing it, but it's turning out to be a godsend right now. You loaded it with songs before your trip, though you haven't felt the need to use it yet. You usually prefer getting lost in the moment, but right now, considering you're actually lost, the silence is an unbearable and oppressive weight. I can't agree with this protagonist right now. There's no way. The idea of like drowning out the surrounding sounds if I'm feeling lost with music, like that would stress me out. But please don't sneeze on my Denny's menu. Never mind. All is well. You turn on your tunes, filling the emptiness with sound. That's better. Noise clears your head enough to press forward, despite your trepidation. Music equals happy. Do y'all like to listen to music when you're hiking? When you're out in the woods? Because I'm actually, I don't like anything on. You start frantically scanning the tree line for a marker as you go. I do not. That's fine. If I can't find one, I can just turn around and retrace my steps until I get back on track. I remember going out with a girl, and we weren't hiking, though. We were canoeing, but she, like, brought a portable, like, Bluetooth speaker to have in the canoe as we're, like, going down river. And the whole time I'm thinking, like, I don't think this is going to work out. Just on this point alone, like, I don't think I can... I'm trying to listen to, like, the beauty of nature and the birds chirping and shit, and I'm just hearing, like, fucking noise, you know? You keep on the trail, less unnerved now that you have background noise. Your earbuds smother the silence of the woods, keeping you from thinking of how alone you are right now. Now you just hear a sneeze on your Denny's menu. It helps, though your other senses aren't spared the same fate. Ew! What's the smell? It's noticeably different from the sense of old wood and dirt you're accustomed to. Worst of all, it's familiar. You've encountered this before, when you ran into a dead opossum once on a mountain trail. The thing's stomach had been pulled apart by vultures, leaving a buffet of spoiled meat for the predators that circle above. Buffet of spoiled meat. Denny's. You remember, at that time, it blocked your path, and you had to plug your nose, skirt around, and hope the buzzards didn't take an interest in you instead. There must be a carcass rotting nearby. That's nothing weird. Animals die in the woods all the time. That's the circle of life. What's concerning is that it could be a sign of a predator nearby. You keep your eyes peeled for the body, morbid curiosity overtaking you. So glad we're drowning out any sound of an approaching predator with MP3 player. There, a little ways away, a corpse half pokes out of the bushes. It's big. Big enough to be a deer, maybe, though the exact animal is difficult to pin down. Picture this. You're in the wilderness. It's dusk and you're seeing a beautiful sunset. You take a deep breath after hiking a long way to see this, and after inhaling, you hear someone in the distance yell out, "What? What?" The only indication as to what it once was is the peculiar arrangement. The bones are splayed out exactly like a deer lying prone on the ground. The birds have already gotten to it, peeled layer upon layer of skin back to reveal its vulnerable insides. The ribs have been cracked open like the legs of a crab, allowing smaller animals to partake in the spoils. Really good, very descriptive writing here. I really like the ribs have been cracked open like the legs of a crab. Good shit. What the animals have already gotten to has been left for the flies, which buzz and swarm like locusts, picking dutifully away at the sinew-covered bones. In its death, it has been transfigured into something unrecognizable, lingering in the air like a foul perfume. Okay, I think I want to turn the music back off. Like, I know the character was, like, listening to it. It's narratively... Not that I don't love it. Coelacanth, I love it. But I want to feel nature at the moment. And I want to hear the flies buzz. Your pace quickens, giving the body a wide berth. You don't manage to relax until it's far, far behind you. Out of sight, out of mind. You've almost forgotten about it entirely by the time another problem presents itself. Crap, it's getting dark. You pull out your flashlight, sweeping it across the horizon. Even the dim light isn't enough to help reorient yourself. You can make out impressions, shapes, the faint rustle of leaves here and there. But there's no way in hell you'll be able to gather your bearings now. It's not safe. I'll need to make camp before it gets too dark. Adds in 3 minutes. Shifting priorities, you start looking for a place to pitch your tent instead. There's a space between the trees a little ways off. Don't want to sleep too close to the dead deer. Even if you haven't seen another soul in God knows how long, you know better than to rest out in the open, vulnerable and exposed. Using the last of the meager light you have left, you start putting your campsite together. Okay. It's not much, just a tent and your portable stove and cookware. Setting a fire in a national park is usually illegal, and the conditions aren't right. The air is too dry, and the winds are too strong. Though there are the clear remains of a pit someone must have dug up here long ago. You find yourself wishing you could, because the idea of spending the night out here alone unnerves you more and more the deeper the sun sinks into the horizon, turning the sky to ash. You settle for lighting your insect-repellent lantern, which casts your impromptu sight in an artificial glow. Better than nothing, I guess. Your words ring hollow, even to you. Even with as many camping trips as you've got under your belt, you've never roughed it like this. You've always slept in the safety of designated campsites, blanketed by the security of being alone together. Those sites are well maintained by park rangers and have easy access to a landline. In contrast, this is the closest you have ever come to roughing it in the wild. No idea where you are, no signal on your phone, nothing but a map and a compass to guide your way. I gotta get back to the trail as soon as possible. You resolve to set out and retrace your steps as soon as there's enough light to navigate. In the meantime, food sounds pretty good. Soon enough, you've got some canned beans heating up in your portable stove, and you're munching on trail mix to tide you over until they're ready. You try to keep yourself from eating too much, just to be safe. You're going to find the trail tomorrow morning, of course. This will only be a day's setback. 18 hours at most, if you account for spending the night. It only takes 48 hours for someone to be considered missing. Why the hell are you thinking about that right now, of all times? It was that creepy bulletin board. It's got me all kinds of paranoid. Ads in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You're safe, and you're not that far away from the trail. You caught yourself before you did too much damage. Come this time tomorrow, this incident will be nothing more than a bad memory. Those missing cases were just freak accidents. Nothing more, nothing less. Just to be safe, you pull out your map to start tracing out your path so you can formulate some sort of plan. The action would mostly be to comfort yourself, but it's better than nothing. You need anything resembling some modicum of control right now. Only, what the hell? You looked at your map only hours ago. You remember your route like the back of your hand. You spent months planning it. This map looks nothing like the Appalachian Trail you're familiar with. Instead, interconnecting scribbles make a spiderwebbed mess of the printout, each line beginning from and leading to nowhere. It's like they're feeding on themselves. In the center of it all is a massive, thick forest. The entire mess looks like a Jackson Pollock painting. But more importantly, where did this come from? Did you pack a second map by mistake and forget about it? No. Rifling through your backpack reveals that the map in your hands is the only one you have. You fold it up, then open it again, hoping your eyes are just playing tricks on you. Well, it's not showing the same mess you were just looking at, but it's not the Appalachian Trail either. It's nonsense, same as before. I'm just tired. That's got to be it. You put the map in your backpack. It's useless right now anyway. Your beans are ready. You eat straight out of the can with a metal spoon. You find you don't have much of an appetite anymore. Has anyone ever eaten beans right out of the can? Roasted over a campfire or something? Is it as good as it appears to be? I have not. I haven't either. I've always cold. No. Well, cooked, but cooked in the can. Seen it in movies and cartoons and stuff. Always kind of wanted to do that, but I haven't. You force yourself to eat anyway. Got to eat beans out of the can, roasted over a fire, and then take out your pocket knife and cut off slivers of apple and eat it that way. There's got to be something really satisfying in all that. Despite the day's events, your body is tired enough that you still manage to find uneasy sleep. Beans emote, if only. Oh man, we do really need it right now, don't we? Beans! I could put it on just for the stream. Hold on, wait a second. I can do this. It's still there. It's just not available. One moment. Just for today. Let's bring back an old favorite. Was it anybody's favorite? Where do I keep these things? Magical fruit. The more you eat them, the more you... Oh. Let's take off. All right, Corin Lee, best girl. We're going to take you off the slot for a second. And we're going to put on some delicious baked beans. Where are my beans? Oh, wait, did I? Oh, no, there they are. Never mind. Okay. Beautiful. Beans are back. Definitely your top 3. I've had beans while camping after cooking them in a pot on the fire. Never from the can, though. Yeah, same. Like, I've had them other ways, of course, many ways, many times, but never just, like, right out of the can, you know? Afraid of the BPA. Yeah. It's probably not the best way to do things, but there is part of me, like, as a kid, you know, that just wanted to do that. I want to say I'm thinking of the Dennis the Menace movie. I'm thinking of some movie as I saw as a kid, like someone eating beans out of a can roasted over a fire. I was like, I want to do that. All right, yeah. Do I need to refresh? Are these on there? Let's see. Yes, one moment. Let's see now. Here we go. Here we go. One day only. Enjoy them while they last. They're going back into reserve, but they'll be here for the remainder. Oh, yeah, a bit early, but be sure you rate the game afterwards for the Spooktober Jam. I'll do it right now. Well, I wanted this to be a real organic. If I do it now, you know, let's wait for final thoughts, but I will definitely do that. Thank you. Where do I do that? I think I have to log in. My heart is filled. So is your toilet. Okay. I got my flu and COVID shots yesterday. Yeah, I'm sick with a sweaty, shaky fever. I'm so sorry to hear that. I think the beans and modas cured me. Definitely lots of fluids, lots of rest, lots of beans. Is what I always do when I get sick with those things. I hope you feel better. I'm sorry to hear that. That's how it is for me every time too. If I get vaccines like that, like I always, like I'm pretty weak. Like I come down with something for a day. You toss and turn, and every little noise or shifting branch startles you into wakefulness. Little rest is better than none, though, so you'll count your blessings. You had a Samhain party to go to tonight, but now I can't go? Oh, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear that. That is disappointing. Morning already? You rub the crust out of your eyes and force yourself out of the tent. The night was entirely too long, and at the same time, too short. You pull out your phone, half hoping for a spontaneous miracle that will get you out of this mess. Still no signal, which means you can't use your phone's GPS. Drat. Battery's looking good, though. Can't celebrate just yet. I've still got to get out of here. You also decide to check your map. I was probably half asleep when I looked at it last night. Yeah, that's got to be it. Your bravado lasts all of a few seconds until you unfold the map itself and see the same mess as before. More nonsense! More nonsense. Beyond frustrated, you crumple the map into a ball and toss it behind the bed. No, I don't! Fuck off! Must be cursed. Oh my god, what have you done? What have you done? Maybe one of those missing hikers put a curse on me. Spooky. Laughing at your own morbid joke eases some of the tension, distracting you long enough to search for breakfast. Tell me we got more beans. The beans were psychedelic. Someone spiked my beans. You've got a chocolate protein bar that sticks to your teeth and the roof of your mouth as you eat it and leaves your throat dry. But it gives you enough energy to start making a plan. Without a working map, you're on your own. Maybe you really should turn around and go back. It'd be a shame to cut the trip short, but you'd rather be safe than sorry. It is, in fact, time to go back. Plus, it would be much easier to double back and find the trailhead than keep muddling forward, especially without the map. Oh, the map we just crumpled up and threw? The map. You feel somewhat bad for littering, so you turn around and pick it up. Yes, I do. Hey, where'd it go? Maybe the wind carried it away, but now you've done it. Aside from the occasional breeze, the air is still. The wind from earlier has completely died out, leaving you feeling like you've entered a strange and foreign land. I should have turned around sooner. This is getting strange. Why didn't you just trust your gut when you saw that bulletin board? Getting on your hands and knees, you start crawling across the campsite in search of the paper you abandoned. You'd felt like it was useless earlier, but without it, you're not going anywhere. No, no. No, no, no. Dirt cakes in your fingernails as you dig through half-buried sticks and remains and poke around the bushes. It embeds itself down to the nail bed. The discomfort is secondary to the panic that fuels your desperate digging. It's got to be around here somewhere. It has to. No such luck. You dig and search for what feels like hours until your fingers burn and your throat is parched and the branches have caressed you raw. You only stop when you start to feel hungry again, and by then, you've already wasted half a day looking for what you lost. Frustrated, you shovel down some food, if only to put something in your gut. You chew it around until it turns to mush in your mouth, and even then, struggle to swallow. These pretzels are making me thirsty. What am I going to do now? You could turn around and attempt to follow the trail back. It should be a straight shot, but you can't bring yourself to trust that. There's a chance you'll just bury yourself deeper in the woods, and that anyone rescuing you might not be able to find you. You're no professional, but even you know the basics. When you get lost, your job is to stay in place. Make a shelter. If possible, secure hydration. Then sit your ass down. Make a smoke signal. Wait for the park rangers to rescue you. How long is the game? About 2 hours? Surely you're not that hopeless yet. Have you played through it, Seal Camp? If you stay at camp and light a fire, then there have got to be park rangers that are hunting for stragglers. You might get fined, but a little money out of your pocket is worth saving your own life. Because if they don't find you, the next time they see your face will be among those posters. The mental image strikes a chord, dissonant and sharp. You can't end up like them. You refuse. That settles it then. You'll stay put for now. Wait for rescue. You don't have enough materials for a fire. It's not like you packed anything for this scenario, given fire setting is against the rules. This is my first time watching it. I've been so busy with music projects that I haven't found the time to play it myself. Gotcha, okay. But we were on the poster. The wind has died. That actually was a little too emphatic. Excuse me. The wind has died down since earlier. So, you'd figure the park officials will forgive you if it means saving your life. I was trying to cartoon it up. I over-cartooned it. I over-Looney-Tuned myself. I am not a Tex Avery character. I can't be doing that. To be honest, excuse me was an appropriate response. Fortunately, it's been long enough since the last rain that the woods are dehydrated. A single spark and some kindling will give you a proper fire. With that in mind, you leave the camp behind to wander the path in search of kindling. Can't stray too far. The trail is still empty, which reaffirms that you've gotten your trek twisted somehow. But you still don't understand how you ended up here with no indication you've gotten off path. One thing is for certain, you'll definitely be making a note about this to the park services when they find you. If they find you. You want to stay optimistic, but it's difficult to deny the possibility that you've ended up somewhere that humanity hasn't touched in a long time. That possibility is looking more and more real by the second. There's nothing to indicate that a human has been here in a long time. Well, aside from you. Pushing these thoughts aside, you focus on the task at hand. The dirt caked under your nails makes your fingers throb, and the sharp discomfort makes kindling collecting a more arduous task than it needs to be. But it's not like you're going anywhere, so there's nothing to do but grin and bear it. You're also slowed by the fact that you have to check each stick individually to make sure it's actually usable in a fire. You wouldn't want to go through all this effort only to bring back twigs that won't hold the flame for very long. Unfortunately, because you're being so picky about what you bring, you eventually have to double back around and search the other side of the path that your camp branches off from. If you have your bearings right, it should be the way you came from yesterday. Some of it even looks vaguely familiar, but you can't tell if that's because you're actually recognizing the sights, or if the forest is starting to blend together and look samish to you. I really should have thought about marking my way, somehow. No use regretting your actions now. How are you making worse decisions than Hansel and Gretel? Like, they used breadcrumbs. Big mistake. But they did it. You didn't do shit. You side-eye the area where your camp should be as you double back. Still there. Good. This is a very stressful strum, by the way, coelacanth. I meant to mention it earlier. Like, I'm feeling the sort of crass, sharp, like, heavy picking there. The strum across the strings. I can feel it. The track is called Lost. And I'm lost. You press onward and keep looking. Dare you say things are starting to look up? Ow! You immediately eat your words as you stub your toe on a particularly solid surface. The pain makes you stumble, dropping the burden in your arms. They clatter to the ground around you. Great, now I gotta pick all this up again. What did you stumble upon anyways? You bend down, picking up the offending branch that almost made you lose your footing. It's heavier in your hands than you thought it would be. Solid. Solid. You run a finger along its surface, surprised at how smooth it is. It looks like it's been stripped bare of bark for how pale it is. Neat! I've never seen a stick this smooth. I wonder what kind of tree it came from. I've never seen any kind of plant like this. Because it's not from a plant. The thought sets in like being plunged in cold water. You fling the bone as far away from you as possible, where it clatters against the side of a tree and falls to the ground. Now that you're looking, you can clearly see the pile it came from. They're picked clean, every single bit of flesh and muscle extracted from them. How long have they been here? Long enough that whatever animal it used to belong to has long since become indistinguishable. Save for the rib cage, a little ways away. Most of the ribs have been cracked, but the bare structure is recognizable. Large enough to be a deer. You turn away from the bones and collect your kindling as fast as humanly possible. Once you're done, you scamper away, desperate to get back to your camp, to safety. You're not taking a single chance right now. Fortunately, you've come upon the groove in the path that leads to your site. You recognize it by the nondescript dirt trail and your own faint shoe imprints. Yes! Your pace quickens, feet carrying you to the safety of their own accord. You hadn't realized how much of a strain being separated from the protection of familiarity had put on you. But now you're here. You're free to hunker down and... What? This isn't your camp. It can't be. You were just here. This place looks like it's been abandoned for years. The tent canvas has been eaten by moths, leaving behind only a rusted skeleton that has since given up under its own weight. Oh man, I knew it! Your sleeping bag looks like it's been torn apart by the ravages of time. The portable stove has completely rusted over. The butane tank is completely gone, leaving behind a useless pile of tetanus-inducing jagged metallic edges. Inside your pot, the food you ate just last night has hardened into something that couldn't even remotely be described as edible. It's beyond inedible. It's become detritus for the bugs, encrusted into something that looks disgusting. This is your camp, all right. It is everything you left behind this morning. But how? No. My mind's playing tricks on me. It's gotta be. You laugh. Ha ha ha. There's only one way to know for certain. Your mind lies. The camera doesn't. Fingers fumbling, you grab your camera. Why'd you zoom in so close? I'm trying to get a great shot of the fire pit. Beautiful. You stare at the photo and stare. No, this can't be. Let me try again. Yeah, it wasn't a very good picture. The same picture. Third time's the charm. Your camera threatens to slip as your hands go slack. No fucking way. Well, you know what they say. Once is a freak accident. Twice is a coincidence. 7 or 8 times, your camp has rotted. Everything but your backpack, which you had on your person. Your shelter, your rations, even some of the clothes you left in the tent. gone. What am I gonna do now? There's nothing else for you to do. You stare at the bundle of sticks that you dropped at the edge of the now decrepit campsite. The situation wasn't bad before, but now it's critical. You need professional help. Plugging your nose to dampen the smell, you start clearing out a spot to set your fire. You pick something just outside the boundary of your sight. Everything else is too rotted to touch, even the log you sat on last night. Not to mention the flies. Attracted to the rot like moths to a flame, they've infiltrated every crevice. They've already picked away at the remains of your rations and swarmed the ruined camp like vultures. You get the feeling that if you get close, you'll be the next thing to get picked at. Lighting the fire isn't especially difficult. You practice starting them with sticks frequently enough that, despite the shake of your hands, it only takes 2 or 3 tries. The first flicker of flames makes you sob with relief. Thank God. You're not sure what you'd do if it hadn't lit. The fire is large enough for you to stoke by adding some kindling from your pile and fanning the flames with your own hands. You don't stop until you see smoke wafting through the sky, brushing the tops of trees. There. Now all that's left is to wait for rescue. And you wait. Someone is coming for you, right? You throw another stick in the fire, coaxing it back to life. The flames have been threatening to die for the past few hours. The upkeep is automatic at this point. Your hope that someone will see it is beginning to wane. You can't be that far away from the main trail, right? You'd say it's even physically impossible for you to have gotten so mixed up, but if the bitter experience has taught you anything these past few hours, it's that you can hardly count on reality for anything. God, if rescue is on its way, please let it show up soon. You throw another stick in the fire, and time continues in the linear manner which you are accustomed to, until... Hello? You perk up like a dog that's heard its name called across a field. The sound is faint, but after a day and a half with no human contact, the sound of any voice would bring comfort. Fatigue completely forgotten, you leap to your feet. Cocking your head to the side, you strain your hearing for any sign of intelligent life. Hello? It's real. It's really real. That's a person's voice. No, it ain't. Hey, over here! You sweep your flashlight across the shrubbery in search of the face attached to the voice. Skinwalker. You can't see them, but someone's getting closer. Hold on, I'm coming for you! Oh, this is like the scariest thing to me. Like, there are very few things that can beat out this idea. It's like, anytime I hear a tale of someone, like, encountering, like, the Wendigo or something like that, just, like, there was an amazing episode of Radio Rental at some point, and it's, like, this hunter that's, like, up in a tree. He's, like, night hunting, and it's, like, 2 a.m., and he hears, like, this voice calling out, like, help! Is anyone out there? And then, like, he zooms in, and, like, he sees this, like, naked humanoid figure through his binoculars, and it's like walking in this inhuman way, and it kind of like cocks its head back and then like talks in a voice that is not fitting for its form, and then like at some point it like looks towards its binoculars and grins, and I'll never forget that story. It's the scariest story I've ever heard. Tears sting the corners of your eyes. Relief that's been eluding you for hours at this point finally sets in. Where are you? Come this way. I can't see you. They should be able to see the fire, right? They're clearly approaching, but you still don't see a disturbance in the trees. Maybe if you try waving your hands? I'm in a clearing. I'm lost. I need help. Follow the smoke trail. Come this way. I can't see you. Huh? That doesn't sound right. If this were a rescue, they'd want you to stay put so you don't put yourself at further risk. I can't move. I've got to camp over here. The footsteps are getting louder. Oh, my God. Hello. I'm coming for you. Come this way. You stop waving your flashlight. Hey, you're with Park Services, right? I'm coming for you. You take a step away from the campfire. No, you don't. No, I don't. No, I didn't. You know what? I'm actually okay, so there's no need for you to come any closer. Have a nice hike, sir. The footsteps stop. You're lost, right? Follow the sound of my voice. I'm coming to find you. To rescue me? You receive no response. They start walking again, though you still can't make out any silhouette in the woods. The voice belongs to no one. And yet, there's a part of you that knows with absolute certainty that it is still headed your way. Oh, fuck. What do we do? What do we do? What would y'all do? Conceal yourself from its sight, douse your fire, let the light hold it back, keep your fire lit. I would keep the fire lit. I think there's a chance that it's like, I don't know, the flames could hold it at bay, or maybe I grab maybe the fire could be used as a weapon. That's what I'm thinking. Like, grab something, maybe try and make a torch real quick. I don't know. Maybe like hold it back. The thing I'm thinking is, like, if it's walking around at night, it's definitely accustomed to looking in the dark. Like, it's going to find me before I get a sense of where it is. It's nice to see that the music I made, yeah, your music fits the game really well. Let the light hold it back. Keep your fire lit. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. Whatever the thing is, you can't make yourself vulnerable by giving up your only source of light. Exactly. One thing you know for sure, the voice has been intentionally beckoning you to find it. It's been getting closer, but it still hasn't broached your clearing. Either it truly hasn't found you, or something is holding it back. You sincerely hope it's the latter. You pick up one of the sticks from the side of the fire, brandishing it like a cross in the space in front of you. I thought that sentence was going like to you ignite it and brandish it, but no, we're just holding the cross. Might be a vampire. Stay back! Don't come any closer! I didn't know you held a torch for me. How sweet. Huh? Something shifts in the darkness. You squint, adjusting to the dim light. There, just out there, you can make out a shadow that hadn't been there before. Where you would expect to see human limbs in a head, you make out twisted shapes that rustle like branches. Your mind flashes to the carcass from earlier. It's just a deer. God. You let out a shaky breath. Stress must be getting to me. Hearing voices, imagining monsters. My mind is playing tricks on me. The deer stands there. The deer farts. Is it a fart? Your mouth parts in a scream that chokes and dies in your throat as you smell it. It's a dream. It's gotta be a dream fart. You said the same thing earlier when you saw the rotted camp. The camera showed you the truth where you couldn't believe your eyes. You'd never been more grateful to have it on you. You pulled the camera from your pocket and pressed down on the button. Huh? Your camera blinks an error message at you that you've never seen before. Card error? Where did it go? You pat down your pockets, but during your momentary lapse of attention, the deer seems to have slipped away. Did the fire go out? Did it? Did I miss that? Why on earth would this be your instinct? You pat down your pockets, but during your momentary lapse of attention, the deer seems to have slipped away. It's no longer there. You shine your flashlight across the woods again, but that blinking, smiling thing is gone. You're on your own once more. In disbelief, you pinch yourself. Yep, it hurts, which means you stare at the space where the deer was just seconds ago and shake your head. I gotta get the fuck out of here. But also, it's still there. You stay vigilant for the rest of the night, but your visitor doesn't show up again. Morning can't come soon enough. Your exhaustion is bone deep by the time you see the first signs of daylight peeking through the trees. Only then do you deem it safe enough to leave. It almost feels wrong to leave behind the rotted camp. It's frightening to look at and leaves you with a sense of confusion that's difficult to describe in words. But it's a known entity. With no map, no signal, and known supplies, you're no less lost than you were when you first made camp. but you can't stay here anymore. You're not safe. Without shelter, who knows if what happened to you last night will happen again? You're packing your meager belongings into your backpack when you notice something metallic in the dirt near your feet. Huh. You kneel down to pick it up, brushing dirt away. Is that my memory card? Extreme Pro Extra Ultra Mega Super Top Compact Memory Card. 1 megabyte? 1 megabyte? You weren't planning on taking a lot of photos, huh? Maybe, I don't know. How many photos fit in 1 megabyte of space? Must be pretty low res. It's like that. This place takes place in 2002. Oh, did I miss that? Man, 2002. What a time to be alive. I guess I forgot that. Thank you. It shows just how much I know. You can hold approximately 1,000 photos of 1 megabyte. If. Well, wait. No, a high-resolution JPEG is 5 megabytes. That's if they're 1 kilobyte. Yeah, which is tiny thumbnails. Still one. I remember they sold them at 5 first. Yeah. We're not out here to take photos. We're out here to enjoy the scenery and just commit it to memory. It's like that guy who live streamed, selfied himself during that recent event. I'm about to die, selfie. I don't think I know what you're referring to. Recent event. Oh. Are you talking about Charlie Kirk? No, wait, maybe not. What do you, yeah, sir, what are you referring to? You are? Is it the one guy that was like plugging his Instagram channel or whatever, like his live stream? Like for more content like this, as like everyone's screaming and like ducking for cover and he's just making content. How did it end up down here? The blue hat guy that stole, yeah, that, okay, I know who you're talking about. How did it end up down here? Maybe you just couldn't see it in the dark. You put it back in your camera and start pressing buttons to make sure it all works. You take a second to scroll through the photos of everything you've captured thus far. Remember that time I took the photo of the trees? Remember the other time I took the photo of the campfire? Or like the pit? The campfire was? Good times. There are the photographs of the national park you took when you just set off, and the rotted camp after that. That should be the end of the album, since the number in the top right reads 100 out of 100, but you're able to keep scrolling. You know you weren't the one to take these. Most of them are too blurry to make out anything concrete, but you can kind of make things out, although as you keep scrolling, you wish you couldn't. Just what a beautiful piece of shit. What a world, what a time. What an age. Pile of deer bones. Missing posters. A human leg. You, from behind, holding onto your flashlight. That particular one makes you glance over your shoulder, like you'll find the cameraman waiting for you. The last photo is incomprehensible. It almost looks like the deer you saw last night, but the eyeballs stare up at you from the sockets of a flayed skull. Oh, that thing is disgusting. Is that what has been doing this to you? B Banjo. The thought is ridiculous, but as you voice it, you can't shake the feeling you're right. First at your camp, now it's stalking you with your own camera, somehow. All the more reason to get back home. You want nothing more than to delete the pictures, but you should probably keep them for posterity. When you get out of here, you're going to need proof of what happened to you. No one will ever believe you otherwise. Maybe it's a promise to yourself, a sign that you will get out of here, no matter what, and you will prove that everything you've seen is real. But first, you're going to need to find a new place to stay. You cast one last forlorn glance at the remains of your camp before setting off. At this point, your surroundings are utterly foreign to you. No surprise there. You've given up trying to find your way back to the trail you split from. At this point, you'll be lucky if you can find any semblance of humanity. But that's a problem for future you. First, food, water, and shelter. I might as well pick a direction and stick with it. The decision is ultimately arbitrary, so you decide to follow the path of the sun for now. While you walk, you keep expecting something like last night to happen. Maybe a slasher will jump out at you with a chainsaw. Maybe you'll see a real monster. Or maybe, just maybe, some antlered thing will jump out and scream at you in a human voice and plunge your declining sanity further into the depths of despair. But the forest, despite the fact that it is a labyrinth determined to become your coffin, is, for lack of a better word, normal. Maybe you should arm yourself. I don't know. What do I got? The trees are just trees. Nothing is rotting. You can even hear birdsong in the canopy above you. If I close my eyes, I can almost pretend it's a normal trip. Rocks, beans. Do I have any beans left? There are no beans in my pack, right? Were they all in the camp? Your ass? Yeah. Sharp stick would be nice. That's what I'd be doing. If I close my eyes, I can almost pretend it's a normal trip. The trip I should have been on. You close your eyes and pretend. It's nice for a little while until you trip on a root and land flat on your face. Wait, we're walking while our eyes are closed? What the fuck are we doing? Then all the frustration that's been building from this insane situation bubbles to the surface and you start screaming at the sky. Why me? What did I do to deserve this? You half expect the forest to respond. It wouldn't be surprising, given what you've seen and heard. This person is an idiot. It's fine, I'm just going to walk along like nothing's wrong. Ow! Well, who saw that coming? Nothing. You pick yourself.
I started blasting fire. Well, I don't
If
see
only.
so good, so I missed.
You pick yourself up, furiously rubbing at the dirt on your face. The scrapes and cuts from the fall sting. As you pull your palm away, you see traces of red. I should have some antiseptic with me. Quick inspection of your backpack reveals that you must have left it behind at the rotting camp while. Great. You'll have to grin and bear it, just like everything else so far. The monotony of your trek is broken up by the faint sound of running water. A stream? There's a chance this could be another auditory hallucination. No, we're streaming. This is a stream. You're on Twitch. Only one way to find out. You stumble around blindly for a few minutes, over rocks and jagged roots, but eventually your search bears fruit. Yeah, I think that was just a typo. This was like, it was a game jam game, so I didn't really pay any attention to it. Like, I think maybe something like that happens in the quick turnaround time for this. Unless I misread it, but yeah, the fact that it's jumped out at you, like I think it might have just been a typo. It's a tiny stream, more of a trickle, but it's water, and the sound of it makes you realize how parched you are. You break off in a dead sprint, dropping to your knees at the side of the bank. You dip your hands into the cool water and drink and drink and drink. You drink until you could throw up. Doesn't matter if it's not potable. You're not thinking right now. You sit back, breathing out a sigh of relief. It's such a small thing, but it's lifted your spirits nonetheless. Enough that you're thinking more clearly than you have all morning. I wonder where this water came from. It's got to be a source, right? A lake or something. And where there's a lake, there's people. There's no way a solution would be that easy, but you're already on your feet, following the water upstream. It slowly widens until you upon the lip of a rocky outcropping. Take a pick, creek of blood. We could. Yeah, I guess if I zoom all the way in, I can't move the camera. Right here, as close as we can get. Boom. Beautiful. Yeah, I said it as a joke, but he's an idiot. Your legs are shaky as you progress up the slope. The blood-curdling scream pierces you to your core. Ow! You have to clap. Oh. Ow! You have to clap your hands over your ears to protect yourself from the sound. What was that? Whatever it was, it sounded close. Ow! And that one sounded even closer. You stare at the forest around you. If that thing is lurking around here, you don't want to stick around and find out what it is. But on the other hand, it could be a person. I just want to keep following the creek, the stream. I just want to do that. I don't give a shit about the sound. In for a penny, in for a pound. Let's go ahead and run towards the sound. If it's a person, I've got to help. It's definitely a person. Leaving the stream behind, you start running towards the source of the sound. The trees grow dense and damp around you, bringing you deeper and deeper into the forest. Oh, for fuck's sake. Hey, I'm here to get spooked. I don't know about y'all. What the hell? Many of the trees are littered with deep gouges and claw marks. They're not big enough to be a bear's, but you got a sneaking suspicion that bears are far from the most dangerous things in these mountains. Briefly, you wonder if you stumbled into something's lair. You see a few bones and some half-destroyed birds' nests, but nothing else. But we just keep running, don't we? Then, sitting in a tree, you spot it. If you didn't know any better, you'd say it looks like a mountain lion or some other big forest cat. But the more you stare at it, the clearer the details become in your mind. It has too many legs, for one. I like it. Having less choice, to me, makes it spooky. Yeah. No good options. The thing is, like, I liked, back at the campsite, like, genuinely, like, no good options, but you have to choose. Like, that was a great moment. Like, what do? Do you want to douse the flames and hide? Or do you want to, like, stay in the warmth and potential security of the flames, but, like, have the creature be drawn to you visually? Like, that's a great moment where, like, your choices matter, and it's a difficult choice. And either one has implications and consequences. You're stuck with a protagonist that makes terrible choices. I'm a streamer who makes terrible choices, so I feel like I feel seen. For another, the teeth are entirely too long. They look like the kind you'd see on a snake. Hell, now that you're paying closer attention, you notice the unnatural smoothness of its body, like the fluid expanse of a reptile from tip to tail. I think, honestly, I know it's a visual novel, but I think this description would be like, I think I would prefer to just not have anything on screen right now, or at least have it obscured in shadow, where we just see like the silhouette. Because like I don't feel anything really looking at like the cartoon cat here, but like the description is very evocative, and it leaves stuff to the imagination that could be creepy, that is like undercut by seeing the cartoon feline. So I think that honestly, like I really like everything. I've really loved the writing so far. Some really good evocative language. The music, of course, is 10 out of 10. It's had some cool choices. I really like the gradual descent into, like, it handled the getting lost in the woods excellently. Really like the experience so far. On the visual front, like, I'm feeling less about it. It's a game jam game, so I don't want to feel harsh. Like, I'm liking the experience. The forest feels like a forest, but I think that is the one metric that would be most lacking to me thus far. The image only hurts it. Yeah, I do kind of agree. Pet the kitty. I kind of want to. Yeah. It's like watching Alien where you see the actor in his shoes. Speaking of the tail, the deadly appendage swishes back and forth, batting against the side of the trunk that the creature is perched on. It licks a bit of blood off its paw, mannerisms decidedly cat-like as it grooms itself. I think also it's the general, like, artistic style. Like, it's a little too smooth. It's got, like, the digital paint look to it. Which I want some, like, texture. I think the same scene with some visual noise, like some obscuring and a little more texture, could be a lot stronger. I think, yeah, that's where it's lacking a little bit. What the hell is that? Some sort of mutant forest animal? More importantly, it doesn't appear to have noticed you. Despite your fear, there's a part of you that feels intrigued. This creature isn't a danger to you, not yet at least. Yeah, definitely not a big, wild mountain cat in the forest in my vicinity is nothing to be worried about, for sure, as I am tired hungry, defenseless, noisily wandering around without any bearings. Yep, nothing to be worried about here. And you're staring right at something that is incongruous with the civilized world, an unknown that is truly wild. Is this what produced the scream? You assume that vicious sound had been caused by something being mauled to death. We also saw the photograph of the fucking severed leg. It's a natural conclusion to draw that maybe it was attacked by a big cat. But now you're not so sure. Like, if this were a normal mountain cat, this guy should be shitting his britches. Yeah, seriously. That's scarier than the fucking skinwalkers and stuff, I think. Like, just a regular run-of-the-mill big cat. Terrifying. Deer can talk. In the woods, evidently, anything is possible. But no, it's a weird alien cat, so he's intrigued. Yeah, isn't that more terrifying? Like, I see a big cat, like, holy fuck. Like a puma, a mountain lion or something. I'm fucked. Then you see one that's like, oh no, this one has extra appendages. Like, I'm doubly fucked. I've wandered into another dimension where they're even more powerful and frightening. These things in the woods, it feels like they've been taunting you ever since you strayed from the beaten path. Hell, they've even messed with your camera. Yeah, the cat did that for sure. Your camera. Your fingers twitch towards your camera. Do it. Do it. Why shouldn't you record them? I should. If, and you hesitate to use this word, but what else could they be? Monsters exist, and they're hunting down lost hikers in the Appalachian woods. It's practically your responsibility to document this. Hell, you can get a photo of it in its natural habitat right now. It would be so easy. You wet your lips. Take that photograph. Even if you don't make it out alive, you should capture everything you can. Yeah, someone will find my lost footage, and it'll make for a great urban legend, great spooky tale. Maybe they'll get published in a tabloid. You found an alien, pulls out the glasses and science coat. That's part of why you came to the Appalachian Trail, right? Yeah, because I want to believe. To capture the wild, untamed nature of the woods, the darkness hidden outside of humanity's reach, that settles it. You don't think you'll get a chance like this again. Mind made up, you raise your camera. Let's get in there. What? Oh, what? No, I want to zoom in on you. Okay. He's zooming with me. This magical monster alien cat's zooming with me. It'll all be worth it. Oh my God, what am I to make of this? What am I to make of this? Whatever I do, I can't get any closer. Like a mirage, just always at the edge of your perception. Always the exact same distance away. All right, well then, I don't know. I don't know what we're doing. Maybe, where do we want to put you? How about over here? Sure. We didn't have time to iron out all the bugs, sadly. So I'm just being goofy. I'm not actually trying to criticize the game. I figured that's what's going on. Please don't take that as a criticism. Yeah. Ooh. Wampus cat. What if the monster was the tree, not the cat? Yeah. The real monster was the tree. The cat, uh-oh. The cat's eyes snap open, dilated pupils contracting into thin slits. The fur on its back stands on end. You feel as though you've been doused in cold water, or more accurately, the clarity of the fact that you've just made a mistake. This is a very stressful cacophony that you've made here. Well done, Coelacanth. And I like that it's bringing back in elements of the tracks we've heard before, but now it's just like chaotic. You forgot to turn your flash off. Oh, fuck. And now it's looking right at you. The thing parts its mouth in a hiss. Gums bared and blood-covered teeth glinting in the dim light. Whoa! It opens its mouth and then opens its mouth again. The creature's jaws split wide open, fangs fully unsheathed, hissing and spitting with fervor. Then it lunges. There's only one thing left for you to do. Take another follow-up photo. Of course, run, or that. You got a decent head start on this thing, but the creature's fast, and more importantly, it's agitated. Open D on both the guitar and the banjo, unify the soundtrack. Oh, okay, cool. Even as you sprint with all your might, it's rapidly outpacing you. It's numerous. powerful hind legs. The sound shakes you to your very core. They say curiosity killed the cat. Well, you poked around, got too close, and now the cat is about to kill you. At least your wandering is about to be brought to an end. It leaps, closing the distance between you. You feel its claws on your back as it throws you to the ground. Your head collides with something solid on the way down. Pain blossoms in your skull, and your vision goes dark. Is this how it ends? Disappearing in the woods where no one will know your fate? Reduced to another poster on the board? Oh well, it's out of your hands now. Hey! Huh? Was that a voice? Oh shit. The cat hisses, and the last thing you feel before you fall into that chasm of unconsciousness is the creature releasing its hold on your back. Awareness comes back to you in pieces. Something grabs at your ankles. Voices fade in and out, hushed but angry. Dang it, Bobby Bo, we just can't go. Needed help. Grunting. Then, shit, they're heavy. Sure they ain't dead? Something presses against your chest. You groan, trying to force your eyes open. It's waking up. Hurry. Thunk. A fresh wave of pain hits you as you descend into slumber once more. My head. Your skull feels like a rotten egg, 1 second away from cracking its fragile casing and spilling all over the floor. What happened? The last thing you remember is running from that snake cat thing. Then it's a blur. You're definitely not dead, you think. You'd hope death wouldn't hurt this much. Only one way to find out. Time to open your eyes and greet your fate head on. It's a cabin? How did you end up here? Hell, you wandered the woods for days and didn't find a single sign of civilized life. But wait, does this mean you've been saved? No way. It's too good to be true. Ignoring the terrible throbbing in your head, you pull yourself to your feet and start looking around. The cabin is real, all right. It's old and dilapidated, but as you reach out and touch the wall you were propped up against, you can tell that it's very real. Do we got beans? We got booze. Definitely got booze. We got dolls. Got a map. Got a kettle. Got an axe, firewood. Got a bear rug. Maybe we got some beans in the back. Taxidermy heads of deer, bear, and various other animals you don't recognize hang from the walls. You swear you can feel their gazes following you as you move. Hanging above them are, well, you sure hope they're for hunting animals. You're not entirely sure what you're looking for. Signs of life, maybe. But everything is covered in a thin layer of dust, and nothing looks like it's been touched in years. Not even the musty blankets scattered along the floor. 5 in total. What happened to me? Last you remember, you'd been in the woods with that cat thing. Then you think you remember something shouting, but it's difficult to tell for sure. Have you been kidnapped? It's a possibility, but it would be just your luck that the first people you find in the mountains are terrible. I haven't been gagged or bound, though. Better keep poking around, then. You still have your camera, thank God, so you start taking pictures of the cabin. Piles of cans are stacked in a corner. Most aren't opened, but a few are laying out on the counter half-eaten. Maybe this place belonged to some survivalist nut. Either way, the sight of food after your rations shriveled up and died makes your stomach growl. The first step is to grab one of the unopened cans and, drat, no can opener in the kitchen drawers. Half out of desperation, you decide to check out the open cans. Beans aren't your favorite, and you have no idea how long they've been sitting out, but you'll take just about anything at this point. You pick up one of the cans and sniff it, experimentally. It smells sour. Maybe it's still good? You pick up an only slightly rusty fork on the counter. Bon appetit. You shove your fork in, and the beans wriggle around in response. Oh my God. Wriggling beans? Wriggling beans. These beans wriggle? No, your brain corrects itself. Not beans. Maggots! Ew, you throw the can across the room and run away back up from the table. It's disgusting, but something about it reminds you of your campsite. How it spontaneously grew old after you looked away. I need to get the hell out of here. Let's do that. Maybe you make your way towards the front door. Hip checking a table you hadn't been paying very close attention to. Ow! Something clatters to the floor. What the? You bend down to pick up the plastic carapace and brush dust off its surface. It looks like some sort of music box based off of the grooves built into its surface. The kind of toy a child would play with. Heck, you probably had something similar as a child. That's not so scary. Just for the hell of it, you crank the dial and let the music play. What the fuck are we doing? A little bell tune warbles from the speakers. Distorted from disuse at first, but then the box remembers its function. Is that Twinkle Twinkle Little Star? Child, if you don't put that thing down, I swear on my mammy. Ah! Fight or flight triggers. You throw the only thing you have available at your disposal, the music box. It collides with his head with a solid thunk. Just at that moment, the door slams open and two more individuals barge in. One of them has a dent in their head, and the other a peg leg. What's going on in here? The one that you attacked gestures wildly towards you. Wait, that should be more of a Cletus voice. Let us think. Let's think what we're doing here. This one done picked up a devil box, start throwing it around all willy-nilly. It's just a music box. You scared me first. After you went and played it first.
Let's not go a pointing fingers where three more can point back at us.
Young Buck here's probably just scared. Scared? Scared doesn't even begin to cover it. You guys brought me here against my will.
Kidnapped? We saved you from the damn Wampus cat. Now, we should wait for Daryl to swap stories.
Sharp whistle pierces the air, and all three men shut their mouths. Cletus is a low-key sad. Yeah, he's hot. This one is stockier than all the rest, and with a face meaner than all three combined. But more surprisingly, The sour-faced woman glowers at you.
I'm what? Spit it out now.
You swallow back what you were about to say. You're their leader?
Does a bear shit in the woods? Just look at them. None of these idiots can think for squat. Especially when it comes to saving ungrateful city slickers from the Wampus cat.
Wampus cat? Wampus cat. She gives you a pointed look when she says this. The Wampus cat? That was the thing that attacked me?
Sure is.
That explains the shooting and the yelling, at least. And I guess I got you to thank for saving my life.
Nah, don't thank me. I sure as hell weren't fixing to rescue your sorry ass.
Huh? The one with the peg leg narrows his eyes. Yeah. How can we be sure you ain't been sent by the knock deer to play mind tricks on us? Okay, things are starting to make even less sense now. You hold your hands up in a placatory gesture. Can someone please explain what's going on? I'm hungry and tired, and I've been off my trail for God knows how long, and I just want to go home. Daryl narrows her eyes at you. After a prolonged bout of silence, something gives, and she lets out an exhausted sigh.
Fine. First off, I'm Daryl. This here's Cletus. Slow as an ox and just as strong as one. Real brute he is. Next is Bobby Bo. Don't mind nothing he says. He done got kicked in the head by a donkey as a kid. Thinks he's real worldly. Hey, I'm sorry. Welcome. Thank you. I appreciate that. We got ads in 2 minutes. That's a very funny line of dialogue. He done got kicked in the head by a donkey as a kid. Thinks he's real worldly. Sees the vapors and whatnot. I got the Lord in my head. This is Johnny. We just call him Uno. Why do you call him that? Just look at him. Your gaze lowers involuntarily to his peg leg. Seems pretty cruel, but okay. And you? I'm June. Right. Guessing you ain't from round here, huh?
What city sewer did y'all crawl from?
How could you tell? Oh. Earthquake. Okay, this little guy. Continue a little bit. I was preparing for maybe it to increase. Continue. Okay. We got some ads kicking off though. I haven't moved in a couple hours, so I'm gonna take a quick break. Give my voice a break. Object Power, thank you so much for the sub. 26 months straight, 27 months altogether. Thank you. Do you want to put a Do you want to put a point for any games on the Wheel of Horrors? Seriously, thank you so much. These are the games still left for spooky season. So this month, like anyone who subbed to the channel can add a point. For 5 subs, people added games, and then for 1 sub, you can add a point to any games on the wheel to make it more likely that it gets picked. I wasn't sure if I was going to jump into Heartworm or Alien Isolation after this today. I'm still thinking. I haven't decided. But once we clear one of those... Like, I'm deep into Alien, but it's a long game. And then, I don't know if Heartworm is supposed to be very long. But maybe we're going to get to 1 or... Probably just 1 at this point. Potentially 2, but probably 1 more game. The choices are Darkwood, Kuon, Fatal Frame 3, Juggernaut, Asylum, Hollow Body, Hope Deferred, Deep Fear, Phantasmagoria, Signalis. Do you want to see any of those games more than others? And you can think on it if you want. Dino Crisis? Dino Crisis, unfortunately, isn't on the wheel. Just to make it fair, like the deal was, because it was a September thing when subs were discounted, but it was 5 subs to put a game on the wheel. But for 1, you can add a point to any games that are on here. So, but feel free to think on it. No rush. I would like to replay Dino Crisis. I haven't played Dino Crisis since I was a kid. But yeah, I'm going to take a... Say it again. The games. Darkwood. Kuon. Kuon is like a FromSoft survival horror game on the PS2, which I've never played. Fatal Frame 3. Another Earthquake. Juggernaut. It's a PS1 like adventure point-and-click spooky game, I think it is. Asylum is a horror game that came out this year. Hollow Body, I played the demo of last year, I think, which seems like it was very heavily Silent Hill 2 inspired. It came out last year, but it's kind of got like a PS2 retro thing going in its design and aesthetic. Hope Deferred is like a spooky, I think it's like a first-person dungeon crawler kind of thing, at least in its point of view, and I don't know much about it. Deep Fear is a Sega Saturn. We were talking about Deep Fear, actually. Deep Fear is the Sega Saturn Resident Evil killer. Phantasmagoria is the point-and-click Roberta Williams game, and then Signalis is... I think you might know Signalis. I'll put a point into Dino Crisis from the point I never used, too, for Dino Crisis. We don't have Dino Crisis on the wheel, though. Yeah, you never used your point, did you? Do you want to add it to any of these? What's the game with the cel-shaded PS1 game? Cel-shaded PS1 game. Never mind. Do you want to add it to one of these, though? While the ads are going, I'm just going to take a quick break. Y'all can keep thinking. I will be right back. I just got to stop talking for a second. Like, doing a visual novel for a couple hours. No? Okay. I'll be right back.
Sorry, I left, what? 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 Oh, no. Oh, what? Oh, no. Game just crashed. Shit. I was gonna say I left multiple music tracks. There's a chapter feature. Is there really? Okay, awesome. I didn't save or anything though. Let's find out. There's no save, sadly. Just chapters. Oh, okay. Oh, but it's available from. I thought maybe like as you've played through them, they become unlocked. Gotcha. Oh, also, Object Tower, you want to do the FromSoft one? Okay, let me get that. Thank you again for the sub. I really appreciate it. Thank you, thank you. Been here since the beginning. What was it? 27 months? You rule. And now, Kuon and the wheel, whoops, looks like this. All right. Yeah, we'll spin it as soon as we clear one of the games that are currently up. Thank you again. Oh, one, excuse me. Or wait, or what's the game with the cel-shaded PS1 game? Maybe you hadn't chosen. Sorry, which one are you talking about? We talked about Deep Fear a little bit. That was the Sega Saturn survival horror game. I don't know if you're curious about that one. I don't know which one is cel-shaded though. Fun fact, the Cabin songs are mostly revision-heavy songs. I was getting Cabin Fever from them a bit, yeah. Revision-heavy songs. I think you're on day 3. Oh, up here. Let's see. Day 3 part... Oh, I guess I can see... Yeah. What's day 3 part 1? Oh, this is going way back. Okay. Right, morning. Yeah, it's just laid out. Okay. Oops. Uh-oh. I guess, is it day 4 then? Because I got knocked out and I woke up in their cabin. Maybe it's day 4. Let's try day 4. I forgot how many days it had been. I guess it's day 5? Okay, we'll just start from here. I think I can get through. Oh. No, this is wrong. Uh-oh. Okay. Almost there. Let's say day 4, part 3. Let's try that. No, you're good. Thank you for trying to guide me. I had no idea. Okay, so not here either. Maybe day 4, part 2? I tried part 1. That was too far back. I wonder if the days differ depending on the choices you made. I was assuming the fact that you can just access any point, like they probably just, it like bifurcates and then like loops back to the main through line. Like they seemed like momentary things. Like if we had chosen to, we could play it and find out, but like douse the flames. I wonder if we just hide but like then the night plays out the same way and the next day we're in the same situation. Is this me waking up in the cabin? My head, yeah, okay. All right, we'll just start from here. Sorry, everybody. There are different endings, but the main line of the game is linear. Oh, well then I shouldn't be saying, I have no idea. I was just assuming that. I didn't know about the different endings. But I guess, is it all like a last scene choice? I made a version of Twinkle with little drums for shits and giggles. Really? Oh, wait. I think I'm caught up. That's rich coming from her. She's very MAGA coded. I just saw something about liberal something or neoliberal, talking about city slickers. Okay, I think we're caught up because that seemed new. Yeah, I'm from the city. I just graduated college actually. One of the hillbillies whistles, but it doesn't sound all that congratulatory. Hear that, boys? We got a real Einstein on our hands. Still dumb enough to pick a fight with the Wampus cat. I had no idea what that thing was. Ever since I got lost, nothing has made any sense. I'm pretty sure half the things I've seen defy the rules of reality. Child, in this territory, you may as well kiss reality goodbye. What it? The Wampus cat? Not the damn cat. Something much, much worse. What could possibly be worse? Daryl narrows her eyes. We'll be best to show you. Come outside. What am I supposed to be looking at out here? It just looks like a normal patch of land. You're in the mountains. Based on the way they're acting, you'd have thought it was the end of the world out here. Now that it's on your mind, though, you pull your phone out from your pocket and hold it up to the sky. You guys get any signal up here? I could try to call for help. You turn back to the hillbillies for an answer, but find them staring at your cell with various degrees of fear in their eyes. What the devil is that thing? Black magic. I knew you was with the knock, dear. It's just my phone. See? You hold up the device for them to get a good look at. I'd never seen one that small. It's a newer model. How behind the times are these guys? You guess they don't have a lot of technology out here. No signal. Drat. Fat lot of good that'll do you. You can call till the cows come home. No one coming to help. What's that supposed to mean? No one can help us. Won't you get lost up here? You're in its territory. You mentioned it before. What are you even talking about? Don't tell me you ain't seen it. Walks like a deer. Shaped like a deer. Make no mistake, it ain't one. It's a nightmare wearing the skin of a beast. It's a deer, but it ain't. So we call it the not deer. Get it? Uno spits on the ground. The animosity in his tone makes you shiver. It sounds like you're speaking from experience. Think I done wandered into the mountains with a leg made of stick? That was your leg? Suddenly you remember the photograph of the human leg you found on your camera. I think I've seen what you're talking about. Of course you have. It's everywhere. It did something to my camp, I think. It stalked me and tried to lure me over to it. You think about telling them about your camera, but they think you're working with that thing. If they knew you had pictures from it, that would only deepen their suspicions. Best to keep it quiet for now. Not Deer owns this territory and all but a damn deed with his name on it. Likes to play with his toys. At least till we off it. You're gonna what? In lieu of an answer, Daryl beckons you to the edge of the cabin. See them lines there in the dirt? You nod. They're everywhere. At first glance, it just looks like a circle around the cabin, but branching from it are strange lines in every direction, intersecting at odd, jagged angles. Look in the windows! Various dream catchers and other charms hang from every available surface. What is this? Wards? Someone long before us must have done hung 'em up. Proud native spiritual hocus pocus. That's pretty insensitive, but okay. Point is, these here wards keep us safe. Cabin's the only place not deer can't get to.
Some bitch plays games from the outside. Taunts us. Can't get in, but sure knows we can't get out.
'Cause it'll try and kill us if we leave?
Something like that.
We've been praying for a long time. If we kill it, we're free to leave. Trying to get on home where we belong. I thought this place was your home. The group guffaws. Cletus slaps at his knee.
Now, we've been stuck up here. God, how long's it been? Good long while. Months, maybe.
Grandpappy used to be a shine runner. Used his cabin up here to hold up in. Came up here these here walls on a hunting trip. But something ain't right. We can't mosey home the way we came. Always end up right back where we started. Surely if you just started walking one way, you'd be able to leave? Get out of the not deer's territory and back to safety?
I done tried that. Just leads us back here. There's way out, we ain't found it yet, on account of that slippery knot there.
That just can't be true. If they're right, then the only way to stay safe is by remaining shut up in this cabin. If it's so safe in here, what were you guys doing outside when you found me? Gone hunting, out looking for the night deer.
Found you instead.
Jeez, they really do mean to kill this thing. The Wampus cat would have killed me if you hadn't intervened, so thanks. Don't thank us just yet. I still ain't decided if you're a trick sent by the night deer or just a real silly slicker idiot. If you don't trust me, why on earth tell me about these wards? 'Cause now that I told you, if they get fucked up, I'll know who I gotta kill first. Did she just threaten you? She looks completely serious, too. No, I am not staying here with a bunch of crazy people. You guys can rot here yourselves. I'm out. You'll take your chances out there. You've survived the not deer once already, and that sounds far more preferable than shacking up with people who don't trust you. You stomp away, leaving the cabin and its inhabitants behind. See you soon! So far, so good. Everything's quiet. No sign of the not deer. Things are peaceful, tranquil. You're lying to yourself. You can't find any comfort in this monotony. No. Oh, come on! Come on! Daryl and her cronies are waiting at the top of the steps when you approach miserably. Get it yet? Oh, I get it, all right. Ain't gonna be no escaping till that critter's caught and killed.
Sun's fixing to set. Maybe we ought to get on inside and get this young buck up to speed. Yeah, sun's coming down real fast.
It only just rose a few hours ago. How long were you out? You ain't learned by now there's no good sense in making sense of anything. Last thing you want is to be alone in a room with these guys, but it's better than being out here after nightfall.
Hoo-wee! After all mayhem, I'm fixing for some grub.
Cletus grabs an open can from the counter. Oh, don't eat that. He's already shoving it down his gullet. Oh. Never mind. You turn away so you don't have to watch him consume a can full of maggots. So this place used to be a shine cabin, right? Please tell me you got weapons or hunting gear we can use. Oh, we got good gear, all right. Can't we just use that to kill it? The hillbillies burst into laughter.
You think we ain't done tried?
How do you reckon Uno lost his damn leg? Oh, I'm sorry. Can I see what you got at least? Maybe I can help. Hold on now, friend. Don't go putting the cart before the horse.
Still ain't got a clue if you're a trickster sent by that deer devil or not.
Seriously? I'm not with the knot deer. It tried to kill me.
That's what you say, but sneaking some no-good city slicker in our property to get our guard down sounds mighty like something the knot deer would do.
Why would I be working with the knot deer?
Maybe he went and offered you freedom from this place. Did you do it? Did you sell your soul?
No, I didn't, I swear.
Roads real plentiful, no, but they don't prove squat.
Look, I'm just as lost as you guys. We're in this together. Shouldn't we work together?
I ain't working with no traitor.
Like a dam is broken, the hillbillies all start shouting over one another. All of them spitting accusations at you in a cacophony of sound. Can you dudes just chillax for a fucking second?
The hell you just call me?
Dude.
What kind of fanciful insult is that?
Seriously, do you guys live under a rock or something?
But hey now, that feels mighty insulting. To rocks.
I spent December 75 camping under a boulder. That count?
1975? Jeez. You weren't even born yet. These guys must be way older than they look.
Everybody just shut the hell up about rocks and whatnot. Want to prove your worth, Slick? Then let's call this a trust exercise.
All right, sure. What do you want me to do?
Y'all keep watch tonight. Protect the wards. If the night pass is smooth and proper, then we'll know we can keep you around.
You really want to put me out there all night where that thing can get me?
You want to get out of here? Pick yourself up by your bootstraps and start helping.
They weren't lying about the wards, were they? You should be all right. Fine, I'll stand watch. Maybe then they'll get their heads out of their asses and stop accusing you every 5 seconds. Daryl's expression changes. You can't tell if it's a look of approval or not. Probably not, but at least she doesn't look like she's about to tear out your throat.
All right then, good luck.
You're gonna need it.
The sun is already down by the time you step outside. You make your way to the edge of the property, careful not to step on any of the drawings or disrupt any of the hanging wood and bone. Ridiculous. How is any of this stuff supposed to protect us? You never considered yourself especially spiritual or someone who believed in magic. But after the last few days, well, they say seeing is believing. The hillbillies have been alive this long. There's got to be some truth to it. You sit down in the dirt and watch the tree line. Nothing out of the ordinary. Maybe you've gotten lucky and the knot deer has decided against bothering you. Wouldn't that be nice? The wind shifts, rustling the nearby trees. Something in the trees moves, and it comes closer. Is that... Of course it is. It's the same deer that was stalking your rotting camp. You recognize the shape of those antlers, the glow of its eyes as it stares at you. Oh my god. Except, it's not really a deer, is it? It looks like a crude approximation of one, like a figure a child built from memory. A horror that crawled into the skin of a prey animal in an attempt to appear less threatening. And now, as the flesh rots, it wears its own skin like furred couture. You scramble away from the wards, putting as much distance between yourself and the knot deer as possible. Why the long face? It's longer than mine, and I'm an actual deer. Or not. It's talking to you. You remember the sound of it calling out to you in the woods, but there was a part of you that still wasn't completely sure it was real or a crude mimicry. You can actually speak? Of course I can. How else would I be able to play with you? Play? What are you doing here? You're not supposed to be able to get this close. The wards. The knot deer takes another step closer. Oh, these old things? Their hoof hand hovers close to the edge of a line drawn in the sand. Get away from me! Stay back! Just kidding. Ha! Really though, don't you know how rude you're being right now? I came all this way to see how you're enjoying your visit to my woods. You're hiding right in plain sight. Don't you know it's good manners to greet someone you just met with a proper handshake? It holds its leg in the air, extended as if for you to take. Fleshy appendages curl and uncurl, and you realize what you're looking at is a real human hand. Fingers and thumb and all. You have a hand. All the better to hold pizza bagels with. Is it yours? I should hope so. I went through the trouble of finding it and attaching it myself after all. Now are you going to give me some skin, or are you going to leave me hanging? His hand just barely hovers right at the edge of the wards. The hillbillies were right. It can't come in, so long as you don't let it. You have a feeling that inviting it inside will break whatever's keeping it out. Pizza bagels were a huge meme on the project server. Oh, yeah? I don't think I will, thanks. How cold. Just when I thought we were becoming friends. I don't want to be your friend. I want to get out of here. Why are you doing this? Why didn't you just kill me that night? Now where would the fun be in that? I so rarely get visitors out here. It's so much more fun to meet them, beat them, and eat them. A chill runs down your spine. You don't actually eat them, do you? Why don't you just ask your new friends? I'm sure they'd love to tell you about what happened to lucky number 5. There was another one? The knot deer laughs, its bones and teeth gnashed together, making a hard clicking noise. It couldn't be that they're keeping things from you, are they? If you're trying to play mind tricks on me, it won't work. Of course they didn't tell me everything. We only just met, and they think I'm working for you. And whose fault is that? Yours, probably. Blame game, blame game. Point a finger at me, 3 more, point back at you. This thing is infuriating. We just heard them use that phrase. Like, it is a common phrase, but coincidental? Who was it that used it? I can't remember who in the hillbilly crew it was, but you'd be annoyed if you weren't so scared for your life. So did you actually kill their friend? Do you really want the answer? Would you really give it to me? I knew that big shiny degree was worth something. Answers are for friends. Why don't you just go away? You can't kill me, so there's no point in being here. Afraid of a little conversation? I can't hurt you from here, unless you count the words. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words, what do they do? Would you like to find out? Not when you're trying to use words right now to drive a wedge between them and me. Is it working? How the hell can manipulation work if you tell me you're doing it? Why don't we play a game and find out? You just have to do one little thing for me and you win. The prize? Your pretty little head and all the bones that connect it to your shoulders. Your threat holds no water here. I could just stay in the cabin forever and you could never touch me. Why should I be scared of you? Oh, in this little house of logs and sticks and cards, I'm not the one you should be afraid of. Think about it. They sent you out here because they're expecting something to happen. So what will happen if the happening doesn't happen? It'll look awful suspicious to them if a skinny little thing like you actually managed to hold me off. You try to follow the logic of what it's suggesting. That doesn't even make any sense. Does it have to? Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Either way, at the end of the night, the knot is tied and your neck in the loop. Wouldn't it be much smarter to take the rope I am extending to you before the tying is done? I don't know. For the first time, you feel your resolve falter. The situation feels impossible no matter what you do. Let me through the wards. Absolutely not. If I do this, you'll let me live? I won't touch a hair on your chinny chin chin. I'll even pinky promise. Promise on my little pinky. It wiggles its pinky in the air, beckoning. You cast a glance back at the cabin. It feels horrible even considering this, but something about the wording nags at the back of your mind. You might not hurt me, but can the same be said for them and there? Who knows? I can't exactly go inside to check. Yeah, I'm not buying it. I'm not going to gamble my life. Try beating one of the hillbillies to let you in. I'm out. The knot deer doesn't look upset in the slightest as you turn around and retreat back into the cabin. I'll miss you while you're gone. Come see me again soon. You stumble into the cabin, slamming the door shut behind you. The hillbillies, who are in the middle of speaking to one another in hushed tones, all turn to look up at you. Daryl looks especially surprised.
I'll be damned. You lasted from sundown to sunup.
Did you know that the knot deer was going to show up and antagonize me?
I done told you the damn thing was more slippery than a rattlesnake. What'd you think was gonna happen?
Well, now I think you were trying to scare me or goad me into actually betraying you. And it almost worked. The knot deer made a pretty convincing argument as to why these people were dangerous to be around. It really didn't. Your decision wasn't made out of trust, but because the knot deer is far scarier than these bumbling but hostile idiots inside. Their hate is like a dagger, and the knot deer knows how to effectively point it.
Well, now we know we can at least trust you not to sell us out to that thing.
Maybe I won't sell you out, but I won't let you jerk me around anymore. The knot deer told me about your fifth friend, by the way. The one you conveniently forgot to tell me about. What happened to him? Did the knot deer kill him, or did you?
Don't start talking like you know shit. We've been in these here woods a long time, Slick. Long enough that the knot deer got his hooves around one of our own. Boy, Hank, Lord plucks his strongest soldiers too early. This just ain't about escape, it's personal.
How'd that even happen? You should be safe in the cabin, and you've got enough food in here to last a lifetime.
I'd rather die than waste away missing a life that was done taken from me, that's what.
I should have made the cabin themes a bit longer and varied. I made all the music before the script was done, so I didn't know how much took place here. I think it's great. Sounds good to me.
Staged an ambush on that thing. Hank volunteered to act as bait. The knot deer fucking went and ripped him apart right in front of us. Ripped his damn hand off, then ripped off his hoof. Ripped his damn hand off, then ripped its own hoof off with his teeth. Put the hand right on the bloody stump. I jumped into the fray with my blade.
He passed the leather holster on his thigh.
Knot deer grabbed it with his grubby raccoon fingers, used it to hack my leg clean off. Now some bitch goes parading around wearing it on the wrong damn foot.
I didn't realize the knot deer could be so brutal. Before last night, all it's done was play mind games and try to scare you.
Point is, that bastard took our dignity and then took one of our own. When we put a bullet between its sorry excuse for eyes, it's gonna be personal.
The sentiment is nice, but you can't help this nagging feeling that something isn't quite right. I mean, the sentiment is nice, but have you actually managed to find a way to kill it? Obviously, guns don't work, and there's no way we could possibly outsmart it.
Now, you just leave that to us.
We're going hunting for the knot deer hundreds of times now.
Hundreds?
Yep, every day comes sunrise.
Maybe thousands.
Something about that math isn't adding up. Are you sure you've only been here for a few months?
Ain't got no calendar to check.
I'm just saying, isn't that weird? It sounds like you guys have lost track of time.
Huh. Young buck might be on to something there. You reckon it's even been a whole year since we wandered up here? Wouldn't that be just something? Goodbye to the year of our Lord 1987. Hello to the future.
Wait. Did you hear that correctly? I'm sorry, what year did you say it was?
Got caught in your ears? It's 1987.
That's not... How could they be lost for that long without aging a single day? Though it's really not that strange, is it? Everything has been wrong since you wandered off trail. Not just your sense of direction. Still, the discrepancy is jarring. How could they be missing an entire 15 years? They're not just hicks, they're relics. If you dug far enough on that board, you'd probably find all of their faces hiding amongst those posters. The thought is sobering, but more importantly, how long have you been here, if it's only felt like a few days? Well, best not to tell them just yet. You have no idea how they'll react. So, what brought you guys to the mountain in the first place? You already know the answer. But it's the only thing you can think of to ask in this moment while your thoughts are so discombobulated.
Came up to the old shine hut to go a-hunting for some bears. 'Cause of the fact that we were gone, went up to that new fancy pizza joint down just a few days earlier. Entertainment turned on us, and one of them creepy fake bears bit Uno in the leg.
Is that the bite of 87? I read about that incident in my history book. That restaurant closed down afterwards. Jimmy's Jaunty Jim Jamboree?
That be the one.
That was in your history book? What was that curriculum? That restaurant shut down not long after it opened.
Wait, history book? Anyway, came up here for a hunting trip. Figured shooting at some real bears to let off some steam. And now here we are. There's something still bugging me. Why don't you tell us how long it's been since we've been gone and lost?
I don't know how to say this, but better to rip off the Band-Aid. It's 2002.
No, it ain't. That just ain't true.
What reason would I have to lie to you? Haven't you guys noticed how weird the days feel here? And when you leave things alone, it's like they start aging. This cabin is the only place I've found that's even remotely normal. This forest, the knot deer, they've been keeping you alive for over a decade so the knot deer can keep hunting you.
But we ain't done no wrong and nobody deserve this.
I don't think it matters whether we deserve it or not. Hell, I was just hiking and taking pictures when I got lost. But I know for certain that it was 2002 when I started my hike.
Bullshit. I know what I done seen with my own two eyes, and I know it ain't been more than a couple weeks since we've been in these woods. So what reason you got for lying to us? Only one thing, I reckon. That deer devil sent you to fuck with our heads.
How many times do I have to tell you that I'm a victim too?
But the knot deer came out of the woods to fuck with you. That ain't a coincidence. Did it let you live so y'all could spit lies in our faces and make fools out of us?
No, I'm trying to help you, dummies. The knot deer has had you for almost 20 years. Don't you want to get free of its influence?
I will get free, all right. And I got just a way to go about it.
What are you talking about? Instead of Jesus Christ, that scared the shit out of me. Instead of answering, Daryl let out another sharp whistle. Cletus gets to his feet and cracks his hairy knuckles. Una pulls out his knife. Seriously? I thought we were past this.
Oh, boy. Shut the hell up. I knew you was suspicious from the moment I met you. I knew I should have left the Wampus cat to feast on your innards, you rat. Knot deer just don't toy with anyone. It showed up, spoke to you, and done left. Did it promise to spare you if you tried whispering lies in our ears?
Crap, this is exactly what the knot deer said would happen if you didn't let it through the wards. Maybe you should have let it in after all. How is that a conclusion that we're drawing right now? The hillbillies are dumb, but they have firearms. They're armed and dangerous. Your only choice is to calm them down and get them to listen to reason. Please, if you would just listen, I can prove it. If you just let me get my camera.
I don't want to hear no more lies from your forked devil tongue. You won't confuse us anymore. Cletus, stop!
Cletus grabs you by the arms, forcibly hoisting you to your feet. You give it to the big man. He's dumb as a box of rocks, so it makes up for it in brawn aplenty. It's a shame he's using it against you. Daryl pulls her gun from her back, a scowl tugging at her face.
I don't know how or why, but the knot deers are taking a liking to you, young buck. We're going to let it play its games with you, and we'll see once and for all who's lying.
Oh, Cletus. Oh, Cletus. Now, what have we gone and done? Cletus drags you to the edge of the wards while Daryl keeps her gun trained on you. His grip on your arm is ironclad, strong enough to break bone. You squirm, trying to break free, to no avail. What are you planning? The knot deer comes running when you call. It likes messing with you, so we'll give it what it wants. Wait, no! The second they throw you over the wards, it'll come get you. What's up with the slack-jawed Gilbert Grape dude with a chunk of his dome missing? He was, kicked in the head as a child by a donkey. Looking like he tends to the Wabbits, George. Yeah, he's, got kicked in the head by a donkey and now thinks he's all worldly. You renew your struggle in earnest, but Cletus was born from stockier stuff, and you're just a college kid. Plus, Daryl's got her rifle trained on you. He was kicked in the head with a donkey, thinks he's real worldly. Object of power, I think I've decided. If you hang around after this, I think we're going to jump into Alien Isolation some more. I was thinking about Heartworm, but I think I'm just going to jump into Alien. Maybe we'll save Heartworm for tomorrow night or another night this week.
Sorry about all this.
There's a part of you that actually believes him. But sorry or not, he still carries you past the wards and through the woods until you stop in an unfamiliar clearing. I'll try, but I want to see you get wrecked by a xenomorph. Well, we don't have to worry about the xenomorph anymore. Fortunately, we put it in this other area of the station and then ejected that out into space. So it's definitely gone forever. It's for sure not coming back. Now it's just like cleanup. We're just dealing with androids and stuff. There's no way the xenomorph comes back again. Daryl whistles again, and Cletus's grip tightens on your arm before he throws you to the ground. Ah! You hit the ground with enough force to scrape your side raw. Now, we hide. You're not just going to leave me here, are you? You pull yourself to your feet and start running away, or at least you try to, until you're halted by the sound of the cocking of a gun. You can't see her, but you know Daryl is pointing it right at you. You freeze in place, unable to bring yourself to move. They're really going to kill you just to drag that thing out? Of course they are. Even if they aren't willing to admit it, they want to get out of here more than ever. Guys, this isn't the right way to do this! One of the hillbillies makes a shushing sound.
Shut up and summon your master.
There truly is no getting through to these people. Community should have been salvation. But standing in the middle of these woods, you feel more alone than ever. And oddly enough, still waiting for the knot deer to arrive. At least you can trust it to be untrustworthy. You close your eyes, shove your hands in your pocket, and start walking through the woods. You have no idea how the hell else to summon it, but you figure if you walk around and look bored, the monster might show up and finally kill you. You're aware of the hillbillies trailing after you, waiting in the woods. You can feel the steel of their weapons just waiting for blood. You're not sure how long you walk, but it's long enough for the hillbillies to get impatient. He wants to die now? I think we're just over it. We're over all of this. They're snapping twigs and rustling bushes in a horribly unsubtle way. Out of anyone, why do you have to get taken hostage by the worst idiots in the world? Feeling petulant, you kick at a stick hard enough to stub your toe. Wait a minute. You squint at the stick until you can make out its pale color in the dark. That's a bone. It's near a massive pile of picked clean bones, which are suspiciously deer-shaped. Somehow you found yourself back here, where that deer died. Its bones are still arranged in the same uncanny manner. That feels like a lifetime ago now. Speaking of, where is the damn thing already? At this point, you think it just thrives on making people suffer. Oh, now, don't be so impatient. Star of the show always has to arrive fashionably late. I see you found my cousin, Jerry. You stare at the pile of bones in disbelief. Is that really your cousin? He is me, and I am him. I'm not a deer, and it certainly isn't anymore. Say, if it started as a deer and is no more, do you think I could be a deer too? So you're not related? Of course not. Don't be dearest. It's just a pile of bones. In a way, one could say you are too. You're exposed, completely out of the wards, yet the knot deer hasn't made a move yet like you expected it to. Dearest. It hungers for blood, but you think there's a part of it that loves the game more, the banter. Why else would it be following you so closely? What even are you? A zombie? A monster? And don't just say you're just some weird deer. If you're gonna kill me, I think I have a right to know. The not deer lets out an affected sigh. I suppose, given how long you've lasted, you deserve to know the truth. You see, perhaps one day, long ago, I used to be the most beautiful deer that ever deered. I frolicked along these mountains with wild abandon. Then, everything changed when the hunters came. They brought their big, scary guns, and they're hooting and hollering, and shot my mother right in front of me. Now you're just describing Bambi. Fine, you got me. You got me. The hunters shot me, and now here I sit as a pile of bones, rotting, waiting for the day I could get revenge and put my poor, battered soul at ease. Their gaze softens. If it's just a soul, is there some sort of ritual that could put it to rest? Is there something I could do for you? Maybe if I buried your bones or something. You could bring me the head of one of your little hillbilly friends, sneaking around my woods. You instantly recoil. God, no. The hillbillies are horrible, but you're not a murderer. Just kidding. You really are easy to trick, aren't you? If I wrote rollable in the sky, you'd believe it. Then you'd believe I could write. Huh? But what about the bones? They really are just bones. Lick 'em, stick 'em, put 'em up your nose, but they're just bones. God, you really are not at all what I expected. Horrifying beyond mortal comprehension, but still just a creature bound to its own wants and whims. Well, the sequel does often vary in quality to the original. What? Now you're just talking me in circles, as opposed to you talking to me in squares. But could you just get to the point, kill me already? It's either you or the hillbillies at this point, and I'm tired. I'm a hiker, not a survivalist or a nature savant. I don't even know how I ended up as one of your targets, but you may as well just off me and be done with it. You know, it's no fun if you're not begging for your life. I'm sorry to disappoint. Disappoint. This is the point. You spend too much time looking for meaning in every single thing. Sometimes things just are what they are. Sometimes a deer trying to kill you in the woods for sport is just trying to kill you for sport. Where's the sport if you just surrender? You tell me. You've still got the hillbillies. As if on cue, or maybe because they grew too impatient to wait any longer, Daryl emerges from the bushes, cocking her gun. Eat bullet, bastard! Any regular animal would have fallen to the ground. The not deer, on the other hand, don't mind if I do, eats the bullet. God help me. Bobby Bill makes the sign of the cross with his hands. Is that really the best you could do? You're just trying the same tricksy trick and expecting a different result. And I thought I was the one that was mad.
This is for Hank, you monster.
And Uno's leg. Uno unlocks the mechanism attaching his wooden leg to his body and starts bludgeoning the not deer with it. The not deer appears utterly unfazed. Oh, should I take your second leg as well? Make you 0? But then how would you run away from me? Run away. The not deer's hind leg reaches up and wraps its raccoon hand around the wooden leg, wrenching it out of Uno's hands. The leg clatters to the ground and Uno hops after it. I'm bored. This is boring. You know? Oh, you know, if you're bored, we could always try to play a game. The not deer's skull twists at a full 180 degrees to stare at you. What kind of game shall we play? Clue? Yahtzee? Pin the tail on the hillbilly? Your heart hammers in your chest. You spoke up in an attempt to buy some time, stall it until you found a way to safely flee, but it's possibly the only thing in the world that could possibly get the not deer's attention. You have an idea. What about tag or hide and seek? Tag. Oh. What did you want to vote for? What were you thinking? Sorry, I should have waited. I have no clue. Okay. I'm trying to just get to the point. Let's play tag. Let's not fuck around with hide and seek. Do go on. You'd be it. You try to catch us as we run around the forest. But you have to tag someone else before we can escape the woods.
And if we successfully flee, you have to let us go free. Interesting. Interesting. The game pawn wants to outgame the game master? You'd have to honor your word, no cheating. We'd have to actually be able to get around the forest and find the exit. And you'd have to give us a head start. But if you find any of us, you get to kill us. How does that sound? Sound? It sounds like syllables and words that are pleasing to the ears. It sounds like you drive a hard bargain. You've got a deal.
Now hold on, we didn't agree to this devil's deal. We ain't just in this to save our skins. We want this bastard's heads on a mount.
What a freak. Guys, stop being idiots. You haven't been able to land a scratch on the thing.
I reckon young buck's got a point, Daryl. We ain't able to kill this thing. Might as well get out of here while we still can.
Ding, ding, ding. Who is the hunter and who is the hunted? One chance for all the marbles? I say yes, yes, yes. But why don't we make it a little more fun? The best games are played in teams. College student versus the hillbillies. Whoever makes it to the exit first wins. Hey, that's not fair to me. Well, then you should have gone to a fair if you wanted to be judged like pigs. Do you really want to be judged with these pigs? You guess not. Still, they have numbers and a gun. Anywho, you're gonna want teams for this game. Only one of your groups will make it to the end after all. What do you mean by, let's begin? Oh no. What's going on? The trees morph and shift around you. Within seconds, somehow, the entire forest is completely different. The pathways snake and twist in entirely different directions, and every time you blink, it changes, just like the map that you lost. Where are we? The forest, silly. Did you think it would stay the same forever? What would be the fun in just running around the same old trees? Now you have more places to run, more places to hide. Who knows? Maybe one of you will actually be able to hide from me. You said the exit is somewhere around here, right? Stop trying to hide it from us. Silly me. How can I forget? It's an escape you want. The forest changes again, spinning and spinning with you at the epicenter. The change gives you vertigo. Pathways form and branch and split until every single direction is filled with another trail that leads into the dark. You're surrounded by nothing but roads in every direction. Is this enough exits for you? Now make like a rabbit and hop to it. You look at the hillbillies. The hillbillies look back at you. The knot deer just starts spinning in place. 10,000, 2, -73, 111-12. How much time do you even have? No point in sticking around to find out. You've been given an opportunity. You'd be an idiot to waste it. You pick a path at random and run.
Don't let him get away!
Bang! A bullet whizzes past you and lodges in a nearby tree. You duck and keep running.
Shit!
Sorry, Dale, we weren't paying attention.
Get your thumbs out your ass and grab that rat!
You can hear their heavy footfalls behind you. Run, run, run! Hide, hide, hide! Who will find the finish line before I find you?
Oh, fuck you, you fucking whore!
Their voices fade as you put distance between yourself and the others. All save for the knot deer's counting. That you can hear clear as crystal, no matter how far away you get. 68, 903, 2. Its whispers echo in the cavern of your skull, layered over itself in a cacophony. Get out of my head! You've got to hurry. If I were the exit hidden by the knot deer, where would I be? You try to reverse engineer where the creature would hide it. They'd probably try to hide it in plain sight, right? But what does an exit even look like? Would it just lead you back to the trail you wandered away from? No way to know for sure. But you at least know one place you can try and hide where the knot deer won't get you. The cabin. Fortunately, it doesn't take you long to find it. Thank God. You were worried that you wouldn't be able to stumble upon it in the maze. But maybe the knot deer was counting on that. Is that its ploy? You wouldn't put it past the knot deer to give you a genuine way to safety, but place it just out of your reach. As you catch your breath, you take a moment to look over the cabin. There's no way the knot deer would actually place the exit somewhere around here, right? Inside, the lights are still on from your abrupt exit earlier. The hillbillies said it used to be a shine hut. Could there be a secret entrance or tunnel? You're considering this possibility when you spot a dark silhouette by one of the windows. Is that the knot deer? Has it found you already? Swallowing your nerves, you creep around the side of the building to get a better look at the fuzzy shape. It's a creature all right, but it's definitely not the knot deer. For one thing, it's noticeably fluffier and it's got wings. It doesn't even seem to notice you as you approach. It's repeatedly ramming itself against the window, bonking its head against the glass. What in the world is it doing? You inch closer, trying to get a better look at its movements. That's when you see the wicker lamp in the window. Is that just a big moth? It stops, turning around to look at you with its beady red eyes. Ah! You flinch, but it makes no move to attack you. It just stares. Hey there, big guy. Okay. Cool. Mothman! Mothman. Well, it's a little strange, but not overtly harmful. That's good. Can I help you get that lamp, buddy? It points at you. I'm not a lamp, I'm a person. But I could help you get one. There you are! Daryl appears out of the woods, followed by Bobby, Bo, Cletus, and Uno. Her face is as red as her hair. End of the line, pal. Stand still and you don't gotta get hurt. You're planning on killing me. Don't be silly. Of course we is. Stand still, this'll all be over quick and clean. But keep squirming. And, well, let's just say things will get messy. Does she have a mustache? Oh, I just thought it was her very, pronounced upper lip. But now I see that. Either way, we're gonna kill you. And get the hell out of Dodge. Sorry, but them's the breaks. It's you or us, and I pick us.
Wait, what the hell is that thing?
He points at the moth, as if only just noticing it's there.
It's a moth. A big one.
Daryl narrows her eyes. Is that another one of your monster allies? You bring it here to kill us?
Oh, don't look like it can hurt nothing.
Now, every damn thing in this part's out to kill us. That thing ain't no different.
Let me hit it. I'll squash this bug.
Uno pulls off his leg and charges at the big moth. How is it? Charging? On one leg. Wait! The creature buzzes, a low sound that reverberates in your skull. Uno lunges with his leg, but the moth is faster and lashes out with his antennae, wrapping around Uno's throat. His leg falls out of his hands. Then, as it chokes the life out of the man, it puts its hands on either side of Uno's head and snaps his neck. Uno! Uno collapses to the ground, lifeless. Unbothered by the murder it just committed, it points a finger right at you. Then it points up at the moon. What about it? The buzzing increases in intensity. It points at you again, more specifically at your chest, where your camera hangs around your neck. I'm gonna fucking kill you! Your body moves of its own accord, putting yourself between the moth and the barrel of Daryl's gun. Hold on, I think it's trying to tell us something. Get out of my way! The moth man thing points at your camera again. Do you want my camera? Is that what you're asking? It almost looks pleased as it buzzes again. You'll take that as an affirmative. And if I do, you'll take me to the lamp? You point up at the moon and the moth buzzes. Is that the way out? You receive no affirmative, but you have a feeling that you've hit the nail on the head. Hey, Subbo, what's going on? Thanks for dropping by. How's your day going? I am doing well, thank you. How about you? We're playing St. Coelacanth. Community member did the soundtrack to this game. It was a Spooktober visual novel game jam game. And great soundtrack. After all that, now, and the way out is just by feeding Moth Boy a piece of shiny metal. My reading skills are really starting to falter. Thanks for lurking. Nothing much. I'm going to get some nap for a while, so I'm going to lurk for now. Thanks for lurking. Hope you have a great nap. She lowers her gun and bumps past you. Oh, Edge just kicked off. But I'll be here. Cletus grabs you by the arms again, holding you still.
Fine, let's put this to the test.
Daryl offers it her rifle, the metal barrel reflecting in the moonlight.
Here, take it. Give us safe passage.
The moth grabs the rifle and stares at it for a long time. You hold your breath. Whatever appraisal is giving the gun, it must pass, because the moth shoves the gun into its fuzz, where it disappears entirely. Then it grabs Daryl underneath her armpits and begins taking off into the sky.
Tough luck, sucker.
No! That was your only chance at freedom, and Daryl stole it from you. The Not Deer's words ring hollow in your mind. That was it. There's nothing left for you but to watch as the moth carries Daryl through the air and off to safety. Or at least...
Oh shit, I don't feel so good.
They don't manage to get far before Daryl's face goes pale and sags. At first, you think maybe she's just holding back the urge to throw up. The longer you watch her face contort, you realize that she's not doing anything, but her body is. Wrinkles upon wrinkles make her skin droop and her hair grows gray and frizzy. The arms that are being held by the moth turn bony and thin. Then, Daryl's body crumbles from the feet upwards. What remained of her aged form withers away into dust, and flutters to the forest floor. It scatters all over you and the remaining hillbillies, who are left to watch the scene, mouths gaping in abject horror. What the?
Daryl?
Now what in the doggone hell was that?
You wish you had an answer. The moth stops, realizing it's no longer carrying a passenger. It stares down at its empty hands for all of a few seconds before it flutters back down and stops in front of you. It's looking at your camera again. Does it seriously want to take you away too, after what just happened to Daryl? Did you do that to her? Mothman doesn't reply. Cletus releases his grip on you. Time catching up. I wonder how long we've been in here. I wonder how much we're gonna age if we do that.
Of course that thing killed her. Nothing else could have done that. No way, no how. And now it's gonna kill the rest of us.
Don't let it take you.
You ignore their shouts and stare curiously down at the camera in your hands. I don't know if you killed Daryl or if time did, because they've been here so long, longer than they were supposed to live. That sounds flimsy even to your own ears, but this is your only chance at freedom. You're gonna take it. It grabs the camera from your hands, marveling at the shiny exterior with its beady little eyes. There's a part of you that mourns the loss of your tech, but it looks pretty happy with its prize, and that's a small price to pay to get home again. The hillbillies shout in alarm, but the moth is already wrapping its arms around you and taking to the sky. You shut your eyes in anticipation, but nothing comes. I'm alive? Opening your eyes again, you can see that you're already high above the treetops. Cold wind bites at your face. You're not dust, and more importantly, you're out of the woods. You can even see a cluster of buildings in the distance, along with a series of winding roads. The park entrance you departed from. I'm out. I'm really out. You breathe a sigh of relief that sounds like a sob. The nightmare is over. Thank you, Mr. Moth, Man, Thing, Sir? Your destination is closer and closer, and you finally find yourself relaxing. Huh? You pat the buzzing thing in your pocket, remembering that your phone is in there. As you check the screen, you see that you finally picked up a signal. Messages and phone calls come flooding in a constant stream, each one more frantic than the last. Shit. I guess I'll have some explaining to do. Deus Ex Machina. God damn it. All that for a fucking pun. I wonder what the other endings are. Yeah, I could not give the camera to the Mothman. Deus Ex Machina. Chapter select and try it, maybe, if you're up for it. I think I'm down to, like, I can check that option out real quick. It seems they changed Sins and Whites from being the ending theme. Oh, or maybe it's dependent on the ending. Let's see if we can get another one real quick. Part 3. Okay, this is like, yeah. You like this game? Awesome. Yeah, as a reminder, anyone hanging out who wants to play this for yourself. You can find it here. I'll say for the not deers counting. Outside is wet, leaves keep on falling, clinging to the slippery ground. I don't know why I felt like saying that in haiku. I was about to check, like, is that it's poetic at the very least. I like it. I'm glad you did. Mothman, Widow Baby. I really like that illustration of the Mothman. It's very cute. I think it's my favorite illustration of the game. Save. You can't save. No save. We actually just finished the game, but I wanted to check out another ending, so I'm going to go back and make a different choice. Wow. Don't give Mothman my camera. If I do, when I just turn to dust like Daryl, the moth has no response. It can't seem to speak, but it doesn't seem to know the answer either, and that scares you. You shove the camera back in your pocket. I can't. I don't want to risk it. Mothman tilts its head at you, disappointed. It takes to the sky and flies away, leaving you and the remaining hillbillies behind.
So, what now?
With nothing else to do, you and the others return to the cabin and hunker down. By technicality, you do not win the Not Deer's game because it can never come inside to find you. On the other hand, though, the exit appears to be lost to you. On the rare occasions you venture outside, you find nothing but a horrid maze. And eventually, time begins to blur for you too. Your days become monotonous. You can't really call it living, but it's surviving, and in the end, that's what you asked for when you refused to hand over the camera. Enjoy your eternal stay in hillbilly hell. Damn, that's a bummer. All right, I'll take the other ending, please. Coelacanth, excellent job. Special thanks to a June bug. Another June bug. Excellent job on the soundtrack. That was great. Seriously. As always, like, I have nothing but praise for all your work. Really good. The breadth of, like, the banjo picking and, like, the texture there and just, like, the upbeat. Like, I'm setting off on a hike. And then how it, like, slowly descended into, like, it recontextualized certain motifs and brought them back in, but you brought, like, a harshness to the picking, and it really always accentuated what was happening narratively. Yeah, there's a different June bug in the dev community for this game. Glad you liked it. Yeah, I really liked that. The things I liked, music. There was a lot of great evocative writing, especially early on, and I want to say, like, the first half of it, I really enjoyed, like, the gradual descent into the forest, feeling the sense of isolation, being lost, my map becoming this tangled mess that I could no longer utilize, losing my gear, and, like, the first introduction of the Skinwalker, and that choice in the moment of what to do, and like there were some really good moments like that that I liked. I have to be honest, like the back half, it wasn't really doing it for me, like narratively, like the writing. I think I was like a little tired of the banter and how the tone got like overly goofy, and I like the idea of a skinwalker that's playing games, but it was like a little too quippy, you know? I don't know. I guess it was kind of doing like a Freddy Krueger kind of thing too. Like that can be done well, but I unfortunately didn't like the back half of the story as much. But I like that first half quite a bit, and your contributions were incredible. So thank you. And like, it's just general thoughts, but like, it's a Game Jam game. I think it's an impressive project overall, and I'm glad to have checked it out. Thank you so much for letting us stream it today. Yeah. How do I rate it? How do I do this? I think I have to log in here. I haven't logged into Itch in so long. I'm going to keep this tabbed up, and I will do that today. But I might have to... Oh, or can I just do it without... Yeah, okay. I don't even remember the last time I actually logged in, so I'm gonna have to go digging for that. I might have to like update my password. Appreciate it. Thanks for playing. The soundtrack is on streaming services too if you wanted to hear more of it. Awesome. Okay. Right on. Great work. Seriously. I think let's play a little bit of Alien. I probably won't be here too much longer, to be honest. I've had some allergies going on recently, and reading for 4 hours because we did the book club, and I just read big portions of Hell House and talking about it, and then reading the whole visual novel. I don't know how much I have in me for today, but I think I got a little bit of Alien in me. So, wait, there's an alien in me? Shit. That's what I'm feeling in my chest.